Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC or Superposition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Good morning. Hi guys. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I really appreciate you guys waking up with me today. I know there's a storm out there in Florida, and I just want to say my prayers are with them. It's not that people have to die for you to worry about it. It's the fact that people are being misplaced and they're homeless and or they're without, or it's a struggle, right? So I just want to pray for them, give them the best, and let's see how it all works out on the other side of that. So what am I talking about today? Stock market. I'm talking about why. I said why, and I put a picture up there of the history of GameStop and why we need to talk about it. But the truth on the why is this. There's this thing about the economy that's kind of puzzling. It's mind-boggling in a way. The Fed has agreed to lower rates, which they did. Then the rest of the world can't keep up because the rest of the world doesn't have these built-in protections for their people. Like we had a bill for inflation, right? We had interest rates at an all-time low on fixed housing before we ever went down and started tightening up policy. So the way it really works for people are living lavish and spending, and it all looks like the economy is great, right? Like it's pumping. But it's all because the interest rates on housing don't match, like your own personal costs don't match the stress that it is to continue to do business, right? So when the economy tightens up like it has over the last year and a half, what should have happened? People should have stopped buying cars. People should have stopped going on vacation. People should have stopped spending, period. And that's not what happened because everyone has a fixed interest rate lower than the current rate. So 95% of Americans have a housing mortgage, less than what they would be for new housing. I'm just letting you know what it is. And rates don't matter to cash buyers. So when you look at the housing crisis for the last 2.5 years and you say, okay, rates were over 6%, 5%, that doesn't matter because people are actually selling their properties in the heart of it all for cash, taking out that equity and putting it back into new housing where they're buying them for cash. So it's not a mid problem, and I say mid because middle class is what I would consider myself, but it's hard to be in the middle class, to have a household income anywhere north of $150,000, $250,000 and trying to survive without really hitting the bottom line, without really going and dipping into your savings, dipping into your 401k, and reliving it, right? You're like, you know what, guys? Maybe we're not going to travel. Maybe we're not going to get these things. How many of you guys out there don't have cable? Ask yourself that. Don't have the full system of cable that you had previously. Don't have DirecTV. Don't have the NFL package. There are things that you have learned to cut out and live without. A couple of things that you don't live without is gaming. I know this. It's recession-proof. I've told people only because I was there in the pandemic when people were still buying GameStop and still shopping and playing video games. But that's because a gamer is born every day. That's easy. Let's go ahead and piggyback that with people still going to the movies and or people still buying vehicles. Do I believe that being true? Not really. It's hard. It's hard because you have to live it throughout a cycle, right? I'm going to explain it to you. It's easy to make it look like the box office is doing well because the prices of tickets have gone up. Concessions have gone up. Therefore, revenues continue to kind of marginally grow. Is it really growing? Not at the rate of the increase of inflation. Not at all. Not even close. Not even 1/10 of what it could be because they're actually declining. It's just a mask. When you look at vehicles, you're in a cycle right now where people are not buying new vehicles, they're hanging on to their old ones. But your interest rate cycle has to last longer than 2 years. People on lease, 3 years average, and or buying a vehicle from 5, 6, and 7 years. Right now, there are 72-month loans, 84-month loans, and 60-month loans. So until those rates are that way for 5 years, you won't see the true impact that it has on people. That's why it's cyclical. That's why you have to play within this system and say, you know what, maybe the stresses of this world have not crashed upon the people just yet. Because housing was fixed. People did remortgages, people bought new homes, and that was all during the pandemic when they had enough money for a down payment because people were getting this inflationary money. And you were getting child tax credits, you were getting unemployment with an added bonus of $600 a week. It's absolutely unneeded. I will say it that way. But everyone's willing to take for free, take, until it's time to give, until it's time to pay it forward. And it's tough, guys. You know, for every rapper out there that's walking down the streets, I saw this video, and Lil Uzi Vert got asked a question. He said, hey, man, will you pay my tuition? And the guy goes, how much is it? And he goes, $90,000. And then he says to himself, I could. Yeah, Captain Obvious, we know you could. For a lot of people out there that boast about the trades they make, 40,000 on this, 20,000 on that, 100,000, 200,000. Do you think they really imagine that that's somebody's salary? Like, do you know what $20,000 could do for you right now? This is how real your brokerage account is. They've made it numb. You want to know why I buy GameStop or why I invest in the GameStop? I think it's the best company all time. I really do. It's my favorite investment. I enjoy watching it grow. I enjoy seeing the transition, and I'm a part of it. It's the greatest thing for me. But why would they make you feel like if you sold for 40,000, 60,000, 100,000, what is it, at a loss, you think? Someone's telling you that you're losing money. I think it's a mindset. Ask yourself this, okay? When in your lifetime, and I'm talking anybody in this stock, 90% of you, 99% of you, when in your lifetime have you ever saved this much money? The amount of money you have into GameStop and or the stock market today is infinitely more than what you had 3 years ago if you're doing it the way we've been doing it, the way I've been doing it. Right? Like I literally sit here and I go, okay, I have an additional, well, I've got some other figures on another account, but on this account, I'll just talk GameStop, that's fine. I have an additional $21,500 in the stock. $21,000. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. Put that money in your bank right now. Go to your checking account right now and see 21.5 and see what you do with it. See what you could do with it. Could you take a vacation? Could you pay off a car? Could you give your son a gift you've always wanted to do? Could you pay for someone's wedding? What could you do to pay it forward? You could do a lot. But when do they trivialize and marginalize 20,000? The same time when they say you only made 40,000. And or you're only up 60,000. Or you know what, it's just 100,000. Ryan Cohen only bought in on GameStop for a couple of million. Not as much as he bought in at Bed Bath & Beyond. Roy Kitty was only up, $40 million. And he's only up $500 million. No, he's not a billionaire. It's like, what number makes it numb and okay just to say, you know what, you win. You're help. You know what, you enjoy it. Interest rates go up and they want you to be normal. They want you to think that's okay. Gas prices are now $3 right now, $3 and some change in California. And it was just $5 a couple of months ago. At $3.50 a gallon, $3.80 a gallon, $3.90 a gallon, I'm supposed to be happy because the price finally came below $5. You guys see the video I posted on TikTok? I showed you price per gallon downtown LA, $7.78. They'll be happy when it gets down to $5 downtown LA. That's my point. They make you grow accustomed to, you get used to the new price points. GameStop at $20, they're going to tell you it's down. Everyone here is going to tell you, oh my God, it's going sideways, it's down. You're going to see videos. Tony De Niro, you're going to see videos of Hannah Reloaded. You're going to see videos. Marcus with May, you're going to see videos of anyone. Even comments from Martin Scarelli. Anybody. They're going to tell you GameStop's down, it's sideways. It's just, $20. It was at $20.30, $20.31 today, and it bounced all the way to 21, right? That's no movement. That's sideways. But is $20 massive? It's huge. Name me, and I'll be here for you, okay? Name me a stock that outpaces the S&P 500 on the year calendar, on the fiscal year calendar, and then name me a stock that's outpacing them over the last 5 years, the last 10 years. GameStop. GameStop's killing the market, guys. It was $10 back in April. And now it's 20 today. And what are people talking about? No true value. They don't know how to put it out right. So I'm going to be in this cult forever, I guess. I'm in the drill baby drill cult. I'm in the GameStop cult. I'm just a working man, brick by brick. Started with $1,800 and now sitting at $20,000 3 years later. Never had this much saved, brick by brick. Burger Crunch, thank you. You just proved my point, Burger Crunch. That's my exact point. When I first bought in, when I started putting money in, and now you're at this. It doesn't matter if you're up or down, if your mentality's the right way. If your mentality's the correct, like right now, guys, let me show you my portfolio on GameStop. Never mind the comments right here to Martin Scarelli. If you guys aren't familiar, I posted a video to him, or a clip to him, because Martin Scarelli was complaining about economics. He was complaining, look at it, no more communists in government, thanks. That's what Martin Scarelli put. And he put it under AOC's post. And I put on there, coming from a guy who can't vote. If you don't know he's a convicted felon, he can't vote. Poor guy. But anyway, my position. So this is my GameStop position, currently valued at $18,000. I have in $21,565. If you guys do not know, I increased the amount that I buy per day. I went from 1 share a day to 2 shares a day right now. And it's because I have the funds, yes. 2, because I like the price. The price is very inviting at $20 and some change. But overall, over 3.5 years, I am down $3,500. Okay? I've been holding almost 4 years, and I haven't even lost $1,000 a year on this investment. That's how numb I am to price change and price action. It does nothing. To lose a couple of $100 in a year, do you know what you would do with that money? If I gave you $20,000 today, if I gave you, let's just say, divide 21, $7,000 a year, give or take $5,000. I actually average around $5,000 a year into the stock. So if I do $5,000, I give you $5,000 every year, just a bonus, just a check. Here you go, boom. Here's $5,000. What are you gonna go do with it? You're gonna lose it. You're gonna go spend it. You might throw it at a stripper. You might throw it at a massage parlor. You might, I don't know, spend it on your kids. You might spend it on vacation. I'm only telling you what those meltdowners do. I'm not telling you what I do. Lord knows I don't spend $1 outside of my investment. So there you go. I haven't lost anything because I haven't sold. That's one thing. I'm not going to sell. But when I look at it, I'm at a $24.89 cost average. $24.89. The stock touched 21 today. I'm going to tell you where it's headed. 24. They're fighting not for it to go up. So, yeah, I really enjoy this investment, and I'm never going to get rid of it to that point. Do you know why? Look at this, guys. Let's go look at the PSA graded cards, okay? This is GameStop being the #1 destination for everything gaming, for everything collectible. If you do not know about their PSA graded cards, they sell online, but in store, they're selling so many cards. The whole wall is there. I don't care if they're Magic cards, if they're Pokemon cards, if they're the new Disney cards, and or if they're basketball, baseball, sports. They even have soccer right now. I saw football and hockey, everything at GameStop. There's some boxes of them. But every hour on the hour, this website updates. And it's Omni. It actually updates more than that. It updates in the real time. But they load up new cards every hour that I've been watching. And now you're at 2,700 cards. 27. They just keep selling cards left and right. You can't even stop them from selling the PSA graded cards. And those are called slabs, right? But more than that, they're selling real cards, boxes of cards, and you're going to be able to send off your cards to PSA to get them graded via GameStop. Now, initially, I was against this. I'm not going to shy away from it. I was against it because I didn't want to add more to the system that is GameStop. Right? I'm a very simplistic investor. I'm very simplistic when it comes to business. Unless they had the infrastructure built and the idea to do it. Because I know what it takes to integrate systems. If you're going to integrate this into your software, i.e., we're going to take the card into inventory, give you value, you're going to pay a fee, we got to ship it out. There's a lot of steps there. But if they found a way to do this, to make profit, provide a service for profit, Wall Street's in trouble. Wall Street's in trouble because that means GameStop is spending money. GameStop, they are doing things when you're not looking. They're not giving you their playbook, but I promise you this is not just an easy fix. This is not something easy to do, what GameStop's doing. The transition that they did to give you value, currency, for your PSA graded cards, that was a toll. That takes leadership. That takes time. That takes adopting. Now you're going to be able to say, you know what? People are going to bring in cards. Do you know what the demand is going to be? The increase. People are going to come in and to get their cards PSA graded. The line at GameStop is going to be massive. People are going to be in line. People are going to be waiting. I got this card. People are going to be breaking packs on the counter. They're going to be opening up packs just to see which ones they can send off and ship to PSA. This is the addictive personality of gaming and collectibles. It's unbelievable. And people have to know this is how it's going to happen. People hang out. At card shops, people hang out all day. They're just hanging out to see other people buy things, bring in things, do whatever. They got nothing else to do. It's like a bar almost without all the liquor. This is a really good thing for GameStop. But you're going to find out there's going to be like 4 or 5 YouTube creators that are going to make it a bad thing. They're going to talk about it in a negative light like they always do. You'll always see videos about GameStop being a terrible company and a terrible business model, but you won't see it about other companies. Nowhere, and I've looked all over YouTube, do they talk about investments in a negative light other than GameStop. I'm serious. Other than me talking about AMC and how terrible it is, what have you seen? People pumping movies, popcorn, NFTs, gold. I mean, I have to deal with AMC Bigums talking about Phase 6 for years. Like, these guys give out this information, and as in they were part of a movement or they had the right info, they were obviously wrong. They have been wrong. But I'm looking at other companies and other investments, and I've seen nothing. Nothing in a positive light towards companies. So it's tough. It's tough to be the only man out here making videos and content and telling you just how great GameStop is. But I'm not the only guy. There's Dynamite_41. That's a YouTuber you guys should watch. There's Carter's Corner Pocket. That's a YouTuber you should watch for GameStop. But obviously, the GameStop person who's in charge of their Twitter account, what's his name? You guys know his name, Toast, right? So that's his old handle. But Joe Fonticello. Joe Fonticello is in charge, and you can tell because the posts that he likes and when he promotes via the GameStop handle. So I'm just like, oh, I get it now. Joe hates me, yet Joe invited me onto his podcast to talk about GameStop earnings report with him and Rod Altsman, and I turned it down. I have no ambition of hanging out with him and giving him info and my opinion about GameStop, so there's nothing there for me. I'm not trying to gain any following off of his platform, the same platform that promoted Playboy. No way. And I'm not talking about Playboy like I talk down on because it has like nudity or pornography. Nah, bro, show me all the naked ladies in the world. I'll watch. But they promoted that investment. They were pumping their own bags. And where did it go? Straight to the ground. You would have lost every dollar if you would have put it in. If I didn't go over there and say, oh, no, this is a lie, I wouldn't have known myself either. So good for them. Everyone out here who has rode the coattails of GameStop has lost their money because they shouldn't have done it the way they did. Look at Roy and Kitty. He's not selling. He's buying. He's educating. He's doing his best, but every time he comes out of the woodwork, they try to diminish him. They try to destroy him. They try to demonize him. It's okay. Ryan Cohen gets the same flack, honestly. Have you ever seen a CEO, chairman of the board, invest into another company, buy an activist position, and do all these things, and yet they get villainized? Like, I want to know where's the lawsuit, where's the documentary, where's the dragging through the mud for Adam Aaron buying HYMC? And not with his own funds, with the company's funds. I want to know where's the doc from any credible source on the meltdown that goes against AMC movie theaters. I want to know. Dan Olson makes a flick about GameStop and Bed Bath & Beyond and the investors, and he puts them together. I want to know where we're talking AMC. I want to know why we're not talking Adam Aaron and the villain that he. I mean, you guys want to paint Ryan to be a terrible CEO and chairman of the board, that he has no proven track record and all this. I want to know where's the doc about Adam Aaron. And until I see one about Adam Aaron, you're all fake. You're all fake. I don't want to cuss this morning because I'm feeling good about myself, but I promise you, anyone who's made a documentary about GameStop and talk crap on, Ryan Cohen, and you Twitter personality, you fake people with no names, all you Peruvian bulls and all you shield destroyer, I don't care who you are. I'm going to tell you all the same. You directors of GameStop documentaries, you guys on Twitter who have no face, no name, and you guys talk the bullshit about GameStop, I'm just telling you now, fuck you, okay? I want to make it plain and simple. Martin Scarelli, $6 a stock. Hannah Reloaded doesn't know what she's talking about. Tony De Niro doesn't have a clue. Running with Bears don't have a clue. You want to know the truth about GameStop? You want to know the history about GameStop? It's undefeated. And it's headed to the fucking moon. And if you would have invested into it 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, today, I support you. But you want to talk bad against the company, against what they do? That's crazy. Go talk bad about every other thing first. I want to see the videos. I want to see the meltdown website for every other investment other than GameStop. Why? Why does it exist? I don't know why. I've seen pumping channels for every single stock, yes, for all private equity investments, but not one thing that says, you know what, we were wrong about GameStop. Look at how great look at it's resilient, the $4.6 billion. Oh, you only raised that because you went to the markets with it. Everybody raises cash the same way. Everybody does. There's stages to it before it ever goes public. You're trying to fix a company. You're trying to transition a company in a stock in the middle of it running. It's like, and I've said this to you, it's like trying to change the oil on a car that you never turn off. It has to run every day. It has to go. It's a business. We don't get to shut it all down, strip it apart, take the parts we like, and then put it back together and say, this is what it is. There's no time in the shop here. You want to believe in something? You want to believe in this investment, in Ryan Cohen and GameStop and everyone? Believe in yourself. Wake up every day and understand that whatever money you have in this account, it's yours. You can go get it tomorrow. Your kid needs a new car, go sell your shares, go get it. Who cares? Come back, buy more stock the next day. Who knows? You can't hold yourself prisoner because they want to make you feel like you're at fault or they want to make you feel like you did something wrong. That's not how it works for me. It's not that personal. For whatever reason, people say, oh, they're a cult. They just believe one thing. They believe in MOAS. The fact that you don't believe in anything tells me a lot. Meltdown. Like I've cruised the website, I'm asking. Why aren't we talking about NVIDIA in a negative light? Why aren't we upset with NVIDIA insiders selling almost $2 billion worth of stock? Why are we not talking about the fact that Home Depot has more liabilities than assets? For a company that's been around forever, they're not a growth stock, are they? Did I miss something here? Do they need to fix something on the books? Lowe's, negative shareholder equity. How? How is this even possible? How are we overspending? What about Kohl's and decisions they make as a company? Anybody paying attention to Kohl's? Amount of cash they have on hand, why they pay out a dividend increase, yet they're still acquiring things, transitioning, and this company is doing what? Making bad decisions on purpose? Who's in charge at Kohl's? Who are the lead shareholders at Kohl's, the main ones? Salem and Kura. Yeah? The same two hedge funds that drove down and bankrupt Bed Bath & Beyond, drove down and bankrupt Big Lots. The same exact two people. Wouldn't that throw up red flags to you? Why aren't you paying attention? Because connect the dots isn't real, Marantz. You don't get to do it that way. The history of GameStop is still the same. It's loved by many, and it needs to come back to light. And it is. It is. And maybe it's taken 3.5 years. Maybe it's taken 4 years. But I'm not going to let YouTube personalities and Twitter guys change my direction of my investment. I'm up and to the right. Every time I pour money into it, check it. I'm going to show you guys something. Go look at my portfolio, okay? You see this right here? This right here is a summary, and there's a chart here. This chart tells you how much my account was worth at any given time. Now, it does not show you the pre-market and the extended hours, but it does show you during trading hours whatever my stock was worth at any given time. And at one point, my position was only worth $5,000, and that was less than a year ago. I want you to understand something about your investment and the way you invest. My portfolio was worth $5,779 just 10 months ago, 11 months ago. Thanksgiving. Full circle, I'm almost 4x that money in 1 year. Is it because I came pouring in money? Is it because, oh man, Marantz is just throwing money at it? 18,130. My cost average is, like I said, 24 and some change, and I'm at 21,500. But how? How was I willing to stomach my position being at $5,000? And now it's at 18,000. Who's really winning here? Who's really understanding how the investment's going? Because I'm telling you now, the 18,000 that you see is going to be 30 again. 35,000, going to be 40,000. From 5,000 to 8, I mean, that's just wild, right? I mean, that's just unbelievable. It's because when it comes to investing, guys, you have to have the stomach. You have to have the stomach to get through this macro environment. And macro swings are one thing, but the scare, they try to scare you off of it. They try to run you away from the stock, and it's just not possible. It's not for me. I'll never run away from GameStop. Up and to the right. Why is AMC up 5 today? Shroud. Why is it up 5 today? Shroud, let's go look at AMC and let's go see how much AMC is up. Are you talking about percent? Because it's up 13 cents today, dude. It's a 10-to-1 reverse stock split. It's a terrible investment. But hey, I'll play with you here. This is AMC. AMC on the weekly. You think it's up? Let's go to the monthly. Tell me what you see in this stock when the equivalent of what was June of 2021 when the world was pumping it, now that it's been 10-to-1 reverse stock split and dilution beyond belief. It was at $3.93 at one point. Now it's at $4. It is down 98% on your investment. 98% it is down. And somewhere out here, someone's going to tell me this is worth something. Not even possible. I don't care if it has a green day and it's up. It's supposed to have a green day when it retracts as much as it does. People give and take. It is the worst investment of your lifetime. There is no amount of bullishness. There's no amount of data that Tony De Niro wants to push at you and tell you movies are improving. And totals can improve, like I told you, based off the value and the price of concessions and the ticket price going up year over year. But what doesn't improve, foot traffic doesn't improve, and the actual value of the company doesn't improve because they don't make a profit. They can't make a profit. And for shareholder equity, you have to understand they're exchanging your equity, your personal equity within this stock for their debt. Remember when I told you, how are they going to pay their debt? Well, they couldn't pay it by selling properties. They couldn't pay it by selling stock. So what did they start doing? They just start exchanging. Now it gets really bad. They're diluting. They're diluting your shares, your equity. But if nobody remembers, this stock was trading, now it's, what was that? What is this? Their float's 361 million shares. I think it's actually 380 now. But let's just call it 360 if you want. That's 10-to-1 reverse. 3.6 billion shares, guys. 3.6 billion. It should be talked about. It should be studied. It should be run away from. But 3.6 billion, is that float? I remember when AMC was trading 400 million shares, 500 million shares. Now it's trading 7 times that. We have a problem. We have a problem. We have a problem with people understanding markets. We have a problem with people understanding the value of their investments or the lack thereof. Now, somebody asked me a question the other day. They said, Marantz, can you tell me how you started learning how to pick companies to invest in and why you were so... Oh, by the way, look at this, okay? On the weekly is one thing, on the daily. On the daily, we're right there with our line, the purple line. You guys see it? On the 1 hour, we're bouncing back on the 1 hour, just straight trend. 30-minute, still running the same trend line. I don't know how I draw the lines and they just work out that way, but they do. I know, Tony, it's weird, huh? Look at this. Retraction all the way back down, you'll still bounce up, you'll still bounce out of this zone, you're still going up and to the right. And that's just on the daily here today, guys. So nothing's really going to surprise me on GameStop, but somebody asked me, how did I learn how to start picking stocks and doing stuff? Crazy. I study. My wife was telling me yesterday, she said, I don't think anyone knows how much you study. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, you're obsessed because I wouldn't even really watch the Dodger game. And I don't watch football, right? It was Thursday night footballs tonight. I won't watch. I don't watch TV. I don't watch, reality TV. I live it. I live my own world. So when you guys are sitting there, and you see, I'll give you an example. If all you're ever watching is finance TV, right? MSNBC, Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, looking up updates on the internet. If that's all you're ever doing, and you're like, I'm the informed investor. I'm looking up these stories and these headlines. You're not understanding the market. You're not understanding investing because you're only watching what they produce. Like at some point in this investment world, you have to have your own opinion. You have to have your own stance. Like, there's a reason why I go live every day. Think about it. I go live every day with my opinion about markets, macro trends, and GameStop. I'm not waiting for someone else's reaction to make a video. I'm going live. You ask the question, I answer it right now, and I go for it. That's the only way I'm going to get better. It's the only way I'm going to understand what's really happening. But it's hard to fake that. It's hard to fake that. And I know who fakes it because I watch the content creators and I go, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, they haven't studied this part. Nope, they're wrong again. Like I can explain the trend, right? I can explain why people don't see, like I'll give you this example. Okay, we'll talk about the Fed for a minute. The Fed can't cut rates again, guys. There's not enough pain out here to cut rates. They shouldn't have cut rates in the first place. Because of what I've told you, there's this fixed, if you look at fixed rate, like real estate 30-year, it's fixed, but everyone's below any current rate that they give in front of you. So the impact of inflation and or the stresses of living with these interest rates, it's not that bad. Not if the employers are still hiring, not if people are still spending. It didn't get dry enough. I told you this. I told you guys maybe 2 years ago I told you this, a year and a half ago at a minimum. I said until the unemployment rate, and they show me they lost 2 million jobs, I don't believe it. But yet everybody shows that they're hiring. And so the Fed's like, hey, we have a great economy. We don't have to have it so hard. We can lower the rate. Well, why did you lower the rate? Let me ask you this. Why did you lower the rate? Right, Jerome Powell, chairman of the Fed, why did you lower the rate? Because somebody told you to? Because it was a good thing to do? Or because it was just the right thing to do at this given time? Jerome Powell, chairman of the Fed, if you listen to the other presidents of their Fed companies, right? I'll give you the example. San Francisco Fed is led by a woman by the name of Mary Daly. Okay, I have to remember. Mary Daly is a prominent name in the women's rights activist world, but it's not that Mary Daly. That's an author. I think she was born like in the 1910, 1920ish, all the way through early 2000s, and she wrote a book and women's activists and rights and all this stuff. Maybe 1990. I can't remember. Anyway, that person's been studied before, but this happens to have the same name. But we're talking about chairman of the Fed, San Francisco Fed, is by the name of Mary C. Daly. I remember Mary C. Daly. So she's born and bred in the Fed. That's where she's worked her whole life. That's all she knows. She's not from private equity. She doesn't come from Wall Street. So she has an acute view of the economy and when they should do monetary policy changes and tightening and loosening, everything, right? So that's who she is. So you have to know every Fed president's agenda. But then you ask yourself, Jerome Powell, chairman of the Fed, who was before him, right? So you can become the treasurer, the next step, and then in your next cabinet field. And when I look at this, and I look at Jerome Powell's next move when he was reinstated back in 2022, and they're like, hey, we're going to keep you on. You're going to stay in. I'm like, oh, this is a blame game. They're just going to keep him there to blame him for the shortcomings of the Fed, right? But Janet Yellen, the previous Fed head, found a new job with this administration and became the treasurer. It's the same give and take. Jerome Powell's Carlyle Group, guys. Jerome Powell worked in the 90s for the Carlyle Group, the private equity firm that has direct ties to the Department of Defense. Frank Carlucci, go look up the history of this man. Go look at Connect the Dots Part 3 and 4 on YouTube. Google it. Marantz Rantz, Connect the Dots, Episode 3 and 4 and 5. Watch all those. But you'll know who Carlyle Group is because the founder of the Carlyle Group is David Rubenstein. And David interviews the chairman of the Fed, Jerome Powell, July 16th of this year, and says, hey, are we going to do a cut or not? And the whole vibe of that interview was like, no, we're not going to do a cut right now. But now you're telling private equity, you're telling the private equity world, you're giving them a leg up. You're letting them know how they can make their bets and when they can make their move. And what did we do? What did the world do, guys? The world pumped a market. Pumped a market, did not care. The SPY, the S&P 500, for 44 times this year already, 44 times this year, has hit an all-time high. Guys, pumping something before an election, pumping something for optics, and what did I tell you last night? They get to pump this, and then they get to hedge against it. What can you do to combat that? Nothing. No one's asking you to play this game. I'm just letting you know the game's being played. You not see it? Okay, let's look at it a different way. The SPX, right? All of the S&P 500, all-time high. Yet only 54% of the stocks in the S&P are ticking past the 100-day moving average. Only 54? You mean to tell me nearly half of the S&P is actually below the 100-day moving average, yet it's hitting all-time highs? Pumping the right heavily weighted stocks can have dramatic increase on what you're doing. But if the Fed allows it to happen, and I'm telling you allows it to happen by dropping rates when they shouldn't have dropped rates, by giving you a heads up and saying, you know what, the next Fed meeting's the day after Election Day, you can really price in some movement either way to show profits for your investors, to show your LPs that, hey, we have this money sitting there. Guys, by the way, LP, limited partners. So if you're in private equity, if you don't understand the terminologies and stuff, keep watching the show, okay? I know some of you guys get lost in the verbiage, but I educate myself a long time ago. I read every night, right? Whatever you're doing, if you're just sitting there stroking it all night, Noisy Correx, I get it. You don't have a lady. But you should read some books. You should do some stuff because you claim to be the aficionado when it comes to macros. I have to hear him and Amy talk like they know everything, and it's crazy. Everybody knows so much. Hey, America, everybody knows so much, right? Then why does nobody know that GameStop's the best company running? Why don't you guys see it? Why can't you see it? You ever seen the kid who goes to the gym every day, and you go, you know what, man, that kid's going to be a beast. I see the improvement happening now. Can you imagine what he's going to do 3 years from now? That kid, I mean, this is what you do. When you're scouting football, all right, you're scouting potential, you're scouting growth. It's like you're buying the bones in real estate. You know, they got good bones. Great location, good bones. Might not look great today, but it's going to one day. We're going to see the infrastructure of the city be built around them. There's an open lot on the back. Well, we don't know. It's zoned for this. It might be that. There's going to be a gas station that goes up. There's going to be a strip mall that goes up. There's going to be value somewhere. But you're projecting all this value. And how could nobody see what GameStop's doing? How can nobody see what the private label is doing of GameStop? Private label, products, great new logo, flashy. The Raptor 8 is already out. Raptor 8 is new technology that only GameStop's using and producing and putting out there. If you don't know what it is, don't worry. I got them coming to the channel, and I'll be giving them away on this channel. Video games, playing cards, accessories, cash. GameStop has more cash than Target and Home Depot combined. That's something that should be said. GameStop has the most cash in America. For retail companies, they're number 4. Only behind Walmart, Amazon, Costco, and then it's GameStop. Are you kidding? It's because it's Ryan Cohen, right? Because it's a guy with no proven record. This is what they've told me. I've been told this, that we can't invest with Ryan Cohen because he doesn't have a track record of a turnaround. Look at the investment. Look in the mirror. You want proof of a turnaround? You're living in it. Why can't you see it? You're blinded. You don't understand. GameStop went from losing $524 million in a fiscal year, in a trailing 12 in 2022, $525 million losing. 2 years later, they're profitable. They have over a $560 million profit swing. Making $500 million? That's the difference, and you can't see it? You're going to call him a failure? You don't understand it? That's on you. Jerry West drafted Kobe Bryant when he was 18 years old. His coach, Coach Daly, sat him on the bench. Didn't let him play for 3 years. They saw the potential. They knew what it was. Kobe worked in silence. Kobe had this Mamba mentality. And when it was time to shine, it was time to show you what he was worth. 20 years later, you're all wishing you would have had Kobe. More so than the number one draft pick, AI. More so than Ray Allen. There was nobody in that draft that you were going to take besides Kobe now if you redrafted him. I don't care. I don't care what they tell you about GameStop. They don't see it. They can't see it. Their hate for it can't see it. I go live every day to talk about GameStop, yes. And it makes people sick to their stomach, yes. But I'll never stop. Never. I can't stop. I won't stop. It's GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. No, I'm going to be right back, get my drink, finish my drink, eat some pretzels. I'll come right back to you guys, read the chat, jump in, might even turn on the chat channel, let you guys come in and talk to me on Discord, talk about all the great things GameStop's doing. That's when I return. Thank you guys so much. I'll be right back. Peace.
To the GME community, it's been a long battle. Fudge, shills, corrupt hearings, corrupt politicians and regulators. Smoke and mirrors in a front row seat to the greatest clown show on planet Earth. Hey yo, whoops, let's get it, they ain't ready. About to open up a can on Mafia Don Kennedy. Short position heavy, you walk the edge of machete. The premiums, I bet margin is calling them already. And Jeff Yas taking the loss, Susquehanna going down to the tuna, Ricker Spades and bananas. Wonder how much stamina Mafia got left. Gonna bond DRS till we beat you to death. DTCC, screw the booch, big time. Jaw, you something the big doodle this time. Processing the split wrong, deliver it. In the words of Wooch, couldn't deliver it. So they splitting it absent, the dividend. Way to let us know that the MOAS is imminent. So evident, overwhelming the evidence. Share swim infinity pool, as forever, man.
We buy GME to DRS. Our shares is our destiny.
Buy, hold, and DRS, we're golden.
We buy GME to DRS. Our shares is our destiny.
Bought up all the synthetic shares, they short sold them.
Yeah, time to deliver it. Hands turning straight into diamonds. The shimmering smile on the air, but behind scenes they're quivering. Games coming soon with the mutable and it's simmering. Yeah, and I can't wait till they release that. On the marketplace, collect the pieces like I'm B-Strat. And you know I need that. Come and spin the wheel like Kyoto. GME run the game and you know so. I'm on a rant like Marantz. The financial situation of the shorts is advanced. It's a sham, it's a mockery. A land full of gluttony. Victor in California told Jimmy Chill to suck on knees. These funds are just a gentle tease. They short the ETFs, rack up the FTDs. Feels like I'm on DMT, Wooch and DMT, shout out to DFB, I be like
We buy GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
Buy, hold, and DRS, we're golden.
We buy GME to DRS, our shares is our destiny.
Bought up all the synthetic shares, they short sold them.
Sold them, I hold them while it's getting swollen. Daniel W.S. got the memes of the Cohen. Dave Lowry, the investors are so emboldened. Take back the power, collectors are in control. And time to get busy. Tinfoil theories, dizzy market dilly. Super stock broken down, get the word around town. Wooch and DMT up in the ears, turn it up now. And holler what now?
Swinging around, go for chucks like compound. The Moash coming the world, be like wow. Not looking pretty for finance committee. Time to wake up, Keith, Robin, Kitty right now. Tried to warn me that you're looking the other way. They like there is no war here in Ba Sing Se. I'm like okay, don't escape Pompeii. There's a fork in history, you headed the wrong way.
We buy GME to DRS. Our shares is our destiny.
Buy, hold, and DRS, we're golden.
We buy GME to DRS. Our shares is our destiny.
Bought up all the synthetic shares, they short sold them. Buy, hold, and DRS, we're golden.
Buy, hold, and DRS were golden. Yes. Weird, huh? Right when I start talking hedge funds, the price goes down. I'm good with that. I really don't care. You guys know I don't care about price action. See this right here? I get to move my line every time because I still have this support line way down here. So I really don't care where I put it. It's just there. There it is. It's going to look great. $20.73 on GameStop, guys. Only 3 million shares traded back and forth. Market cap is not $8.8 billion. It's actually more than that because they're not factoring in the 20 additional million shares that GameStop sold. So they're short. They're off by about $400 million. So $200 million. It's over $9 billion right now, the stock price. So I'm okay with it. Shout out to TikTok. I see you guys killing it. Do your best. But I'm over here on YouTube like I always am. I do want to talk about the chat right now because I saw somebody say something very dumb. But before I even do that, I'm going to open up the Discord, guys. If you don't know how the Discord works, you're able to come onto the channel, talk to me at any time. The chat will be open. I got some messages here. Let me see what it does. How much would you be owning GameStop stock? Oh, I already have that. I already read that one. Thank you. You guys remember, whenever you're sending me stuff, we already know what's up. I did see this one already. I saw this one, Jay. Thank you so much. It was the fact that FINRA was suing. No, they were fining, I should say. They were reported fine to Citadel for $1 million. I mean, what's $1 million, bros? But the fact that Citadel Securities failing to report tens of billions of dollars of equity and options orders events to the consolidated audit trail, which is going to be the CAT system, right? I don't care how market mechanics actually work out, or if they don't work out, they do work out. You're going to love this, guys. I was doing this. Somebody said, thank you for being obsessed with GameStop and sharing your knowledge and research with us, Marantz, yada, yada, yada. And thank you. You're welcome. That's what I can tell you. But I got that box yesterday for right here. So this box right here, this box is pretty special, right? So these are the currency trading cards, Series 3. There's 40 cards per pack. And it tells me, if I'm not mistaken, if I read it right, it says, look for exclusive for Megabox exclusive Opal Gemstone Refractor cards. So I guess you're guaranteed a card, or I don't know how that actually works. The ratio here, approximately odds of finding per pack, collectible, parable, rainbow, holofoil, 3.1, the parallel matrix, 3.1. There's 3. For every 3 packs, you're going to get 1. So in here, there's already enough packs to at least get one of all that. The serial numbered Gemstone Refractor, 1 for 1. Meaning you're going to get that in here. For sure. And the Meta Rare Refractor is 1 in 24. The Crypto Redemption is 1 in 24 packs. So I think we have a really good chance of getting some stuff in this box. What I'm going to do, because I'm putting in these cards for giveaways, as in I give away the cards, I open up the packs, I give them away, and we're going to do some stuff here. Because I actually put the cards in their own sleeves and then I give them away to people, so somebody has a chance to win like a $100 card or whatever it may be. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to open up some cards in front of you. I don't know if I'm doing them all. I'll find out how I want to do it right now. The market's not going anywhere, guys. These are the graded cards. Now, shout out to one of the sponsors of the channel for giving these out to us. Let me see what it is exactly and how it all works out. I'll tell you right now. Yes, they should charge them more. I totally agree with that. Thank you so much, guys. But yeah, like I said, I already seen that part, so thank you. The Discord blows up on somebody else. So it looks like it's one whole pack. That's it, one hard pack. I've never seen that before. So this whole box is empty. And it's just one hard pack of cards. I did not know that. I thought it was like packages and stuff. So this is real. This is different. I've never bought one of these. So we're gonna go look into this packet. You guys know it's completely sealed. These cards are sealed, by the way. And one of the cards looks a little fatter than others, or like a refractor type of style. But you can't see what's in it. It's completely sealed. You can't see, but there's something in there for sure. We'll see. We'll see what it is, but it's for you. Anyway, every time Marantz streams feels like Christmas. Well, thank you. Soft landing. Yeah, there's no such thing as a soft landing right now. Marantz, can you do a show live from the Trump rally? I'm going to plan on doing a show live from the Trump rally, guys. That's the plan. I'm going to work it all out with myself. Be at the Trump rally on Saturday. And I'm going to try to go live from the rally. We'll see. I don't know if the phones are going to work. I don't know how everything's going to work out there with so many people. If there's going to be 100,000 people like there was in Butler, Pennsylvania, that was different. That was the same location where he got shot. So I don't know. But I will be trying to go live out there. Now, mind you, I have not looked at one card yet. Okay? So I want to print money. Finally got time to go check out the new retro GameStop with the fam later today. That's so cool. Guess what I'm doing tonight? Olive Garden, taking my daughter out. My daughter had a request for dinner the other night. She said, can we have Olive Garden, all you can eat breadsticks and pasta? I said, babe, whatever you want to do. No cable TV for 8 years, only code. Yeah, nah, I don't even watch it like that. I've seen 96 for big trucks, and I'm in banking. It's so dumb. Oh, okay. That is wild, Nick. That is wild. Uzi did. I know he did. I'm just saying, more people always want to spend that kind of money. 20K could buy me 960 more shares. Good job. I love this. Colt, didn't he pay for the kids' books or for some shit? Yeah, I don't know what he did, but there you go. Never had this much money set aside in my life. My parents don't even set this much aside. Good job, Minty French shirts. Do your thing. I like, or is this what it says? I live like a bum so I can buy as many shares as I can. There you go. Been doing that for a long time. Brick by brick, babe. Absolutely. NVIDIA valuation of 3+ trillion is numbingly dumb. Yes. It should be somewhere like around 200, 300 million. I'm just telling you, billion. I'm sorry. This is exactly what they do every decade. Yes, Endgame. This is the way, Bergie. Absolutely. The last 20 years, I actually just saw a piece on Webull yesterday. Yeah, we all did. Also, Marantz, since you average every day, you've never been super down on your position since you dollar cost average daily. Correct, Nick. And you know what's crazy, Nick? I told people this years ago, and the meltdown, and even that idiot, what's his name, Kais Malej, and everybody, oh, Marantz is down, blah, and I used to laugh. I'd be like, what are they talking about? I said, you know what? I might as well just show my position so people can, like, chill the hell out and understand how I do it. Yeah, I already had saw that one. How else are you going to tell somebody you have a good stock? They're all grifters. People don't get it. Correct. That was definitely the biggest red flag of that James Danny documentary. How the F you spend a year and not talk about anything of AMC. Correct. Today they made 1/60,000th of 6 hours by. Okay, we'll talk about the PS5, guys. The PlayStation 5 Pro is out for pre-orders. You can pre-order it right now, and that's at GameStop.com. You can also pre-order on other websites, all this other crap, whatever. But I only do it through GameStop, right? But GameStop sold out. Every hour, they're selling out like 300 or 600 units. And every hour, they're re-upping how much they have. So people can go back and order every hour. Go check it out. But in addition to that, there's the PlayStation Collectible Edition, the 30th anniversary, I believe it is. And that bad boy is selling out too. So good luck, okay? Every time Marantz yells, the stock price goes up. We try. GME about to run. Look for it yourself. Yes. When they consider us a growth stock, when will they consider us a growth stock? Gobi, it's going to take us a while to transition from profitability and value to growth. You have to have several analysts cover you. GameStop has to give out forward guidance. Because GameStop does not give out forward guidance, they're not going to call us a growth stock right now. Wall Street wants to know what you're going to do, and when you make a proclamation, right? Like GameStop comes out and says, we're going to make blah, blah, blah amount of dollars. We're going to open up 50 new stores by next year. That's growth stock info. So until GameStop actually does forward statement, they're not going to call us that, and that's fine. For real, I've seen, and you know what? You don't, at this point, GameStop's a 20-year-old company, and they've been around for a long time, and they have all the cash in the world. You don't want to be a growth stock per se. You want to be listed as value because you want, me personally, I want dividends, right? So I'm going to be so blessed the day GameStop announces that they're paying dividends, because everyone's position is going to improve and go up from that standpoint, and at no charge to you. For real, I've seen Pumping Moas Media on Apple, since iPod Nano. That's crazy. GME reversing right now. There you go. Guys up 0.5% in the last 5 minutes. Haas about to get a bank loan going towards GameStop, not Haas. There you go. That's the Haasco company. If you guys are not familiar with Haasco, right here. If you guys own a company, you guys have a sports team, you guys have a family reunion, I don't care what it is. Go to bethehaas.com. At the Haasco company, these guys, they make custom apparel for you and whatever you're doing. And it's whenever you want to order. Let's just say you want to order 20 shirts and 20 hats or some sporting. They have the best material. They have everything. And they're GameStop investors. So I tell you right now, if you own a company, you have some work shirts, I'd go to bethehaas.com and go this route right here. I have a hat. These are all custom built. You know how it works, but I'm just letting you know what's up. Jimmy just broke 2% today. There you go. GameStop just broke 2.17% and rising. Austin, thanks. Like the automated alert up and to the right, baby. Why is AMC? They're not. AMC been diluted so bad it's not reinvested back into the company. You can't. AMC has 2 legs and 1 arm in the grave. That's wild. They're trying to pump their way out into a new position. You can't. Down to $23.50 cost average. Wow, Juan, that's great. $23.50 is a good number, man. I'm jealous. I'll get there. Theory full the circle. There we go. Zoom out. He's looking to buy GME. Dual interest of being a returned hero, reinstalling hope to the online community while also buying low and making a huge profit. Full circle roaring kitty dropped Chewy and is gearing up to buy in low. He has dual interest in okay, is that what you're saying, Austin? Thank you. Sports is a distraction. True. It's almost like Roman times, right? Like the Colosseum. We have a super chat here. He says, what's your opinion on the declining short interest? People point out short interest is falling, but they continue to short and suppress the price. Are they just moving reported short interest into naked short interest? I don't know exactly how they move it around. I'll put it that way. To have they just had $1 million or $1 million short increase over the last 2 weeks. But this is reported short interest, right? You guys, I don't know what's reported, what's not. I don't know the number on short interest, nor do I care. I know that if you had volume on your stock and someone was actually closing a short position, no matter if it was 10% short or 20% short, that stock's going to go up, and it's going to go up massive. People are greedy. There are people out there with hedge positions with the idea that GameStop's going to continually go down, even if it were to go up, right? Let's just say GameStop went to $30. People would then short it at that level. Shorts don't necessarily hang on for 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. There are ways out of this. I don't know them. I don't pretend to know them. But it seems like they're inventing more shares via ETFs and or swapping out. There's a swap theory here too. But I will tell you this, meow meow. Any number that's reported, any number that's put in front of me, I just choose to ignore it because it doesn't matter to me. The short interest does not matter. It doesn't have 1 ounce. I don't invest because of the short interest. I invest because fundamentally it's a great investment, and you can't stop it. You can't stop GameStop. Nothing you do. The amount of cash they have on hand, the business model itself, and the leadership, and then the fans and the investors. You just can't stop what's coming. It's inevitable. So whether it's only 10% short, or there's hidden amounts out there that'll get margin called one day, that's for another day. That's for another surprise. And when it happens, I'll be so happy. But my opinion, you asked, my opinion is that shorts, if you remember this, then you'll feel happy and confident about your position. Shorts are potential buyers one day. they have to buy the stock. So if you're short 30 million shares, I want you to think about that number. What would happen to GameStop? Right now, it's 3 million shares traded back and forth. Could you imagine someone trying to buy? You can't buy 30 million. Where are you going to find it? Oh, you got to go to GameStop to get it? Great. They're going to be up $1 billion in cash if you go get it from them. So you're really going to lose. Everybody's losing. But if everybody gets on the buy side of GameStop, well, then your stock goes up infinitely. And it just keeps going. So there's a lot of ways to win in this position, and I'm loving it. But I couldn't tell you why the short interest keeps coming down other than it's only what's reported. That's what I can tell you. Making the leaders even more money? Sure. I've got $1,000 in AMC down 50%. Should I take it out? Shroud, you're talking about $1,000. You know, I don't know what you're doing with your money. I don't know what you do with your expenses. I don't know how much that is to you, but you know, do your best. I don't give out financial advice. Planning on cutting rates in November, but I don't see it happening either. I don't see it happening. Never. I don't see them cutting rates at all. That'd be crazy, bro. It's just my own opinion. Hi all, at work, so I'm only able to listen right now. Well, if you're listening right now, Amber, just know happy birthday. Really appreciate you. And there you go. Now, the Dude Man here, Dude Man says Peruvian bull is awesome. I think the definition of awesome is not the same, you and I. Because one, Peruvian bull is a bitch, and I'll tell him. Okay, this guy don't care for the kid at all. He's a young kid, get it? And this is why he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle when GameStop diluted their own float to raise capital and funds. Why? He questioned Ryan Cohen, he questioned leadership, and I don't forget shit like that. This is why I talk about Richard Newton in the same light. You guys can all be GameStop investors. You guys can talk about it great. I don't question my leadership. Nope. I just follow the troops, bros. That's what I am. I'm a soldier. I'm a flat-out soldier. And if you don't understand that, your moment of weakness, your moment of looking and say, well, why? Boom. Just got shot. You're gone. That's how fast it can be. I guess maybe my vision of military and the army is totally different than yours. But that's how I roll. I roll head up, chin up, chest out, and I'm walking. 9 to the front, 6 to the rear. That's the way we do it here. Tony De Niro, I'm talking about arm swings, nothing else. Do you understand me? This guy. I heard 6 to the front. I heard 6 to the rear, 9 to the front, 6 to the rear. What the hell is he talking about? No. Why? Why does it happen to me? Like, why does my connection fall in and out ever since I started talking about drill, baby, drill? My connection's been coming in and out. That big-ass box is wild, not going to lie. Yeah, tell me about it, bro. All right, I still have the cards here. Discord link not working, Marantz. Maybe it's just me. Gobi, I didn't post it yet. It did. The one that's copied over is not there, but I'll put it out there, and you can come into the channel in a minute. Just let me go through these cards real quick. Now that we're all here. All right, guys. Fresh new cards. What's going on with AMD? I believe they're picking it up right now. I believe it's Kathy Woods buying AMD. She's buying AMD because she feels like it's going to be in competition with NVIDIA real soon. I think it's a good buy. I've always liked AMD over NVIDIA. It's just the way I see it. The investors aren't selling all their damn shares. So I believe that was the word that I read this morning. Kathy Woods buying into AMD. All right, here we go. See if we got any money out of these cards, okay, guys? You guys see them? They're right here. This is going to be a Bitcoin card. Is that right? It's Bitcoin. Remember, they're not numbered. This is number 1. But if they were numbered, like 10 of 45, I would tell you whatever it is. There you go. There's Bitcoin. This is it says RC. Is that a rookie card? Is that what that stands for? Mary Marshall. I don't know who the hell Mary Marshall is, nor do I care. Another card that's going to be Koban. I don't know what the hell that is, bro. These cards are weird. Chinese coin, a.k.a. cash. Is this that guy? George Washington Carver? Sure. Another one's going to be Benjamin Franklin. Here are these cards just sticking to themselves. This is an ETH card. Oh, it's a short print. This is an Ethereum short print, number 3. I have to check that out. I don't know exactly what that even means. But there you go. I had this card before. Stablecoin. Is that 2 cards, bro? Damn. Brand new. These cards were compact so tight that they were just there. That's stable coin. The other one was the printing press, wasn't it? That's what I'm saying. This one's the Gutenberg printing press. Yeah, I had this on the season 2. I remember. This little lady, who is this? Debt ceiling? Says the debt ceiling. Does it say do? Oh, it says Bill do. Yeah. Okay, cool. Litecoin. This is Litecoin, but not an official Litecoin. This is some rich dude right here looking at the money. Who is this? Oh, Satoshi Nakadoba, whatever. The dude who actually invented Bitcoin, allegedly. FTX. Short print on FTX. Card looks tight. I had this one before too. Decentralized. This is another Bitcoin. Bitcoin, number 14. Ludwig von Mises. I have no idea who the hell that is. We're doing great on these cards so far. Pepe Coin. That's one for Almo right there. He likes the little green dude. Pepe Le Pew. Damn. Your boy Elon Musk. He actually got a whole card to himself, bros. That's not bad. Right there, another coin from Brazil. Don't care. Somebody in their smartphone. That's what this is right here. iPhone. It's called an iPhone. This is a refractor card right here. Some type. I'm gonna. You know what? I see the card right now, guys. The one that's worth money. We're gonna slow play it. We're gonna go ahead and sweat it out. So I'm gonna leave this one here, and I'm gonna come from underneath. What is this? Am I gonna sweat out? Tesla coil. This is a Tesla coil card. It looks kind of cool. It's all flashy. Here's another one. This is another Benjamin Franklin. On that hollow. Boom. All flashy. Your boy Satoshi, whatever. Nakatimi, whatever. Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto. What is this? Bros, I don't even know. It's going to be some owl. Something owl. I have no idea. Bro, I don't know how many currency cards are going to be here. Don't care. Good morning, elitist. Yes. That's the guy again. Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever. Here's a real flashy little card here. It feels good. It says Bitcoin on there. It says Bitcoin. Okay. This is an actual Bitcoin right here. Another one, number 1. A flashy card. Same with an iPhone. This is... Well, that's a numbered card right there. Winklevoss. Is this the Winklevoss twins? Winklevoss. That's what they are. And this is one of your refractor cards right here, guys. This is going to be 23 of 25. 23 of 25 right there. So that card's going to be worth something. That's the whole box, right? That's the reason why you came to the box. All the rest of these are not going to be anything that I pay attention to. I could feel it that was the card. So the Winklevoss twins, not the Rico twins, not to get confused with the Rico twins. How many Bitcoin cards am I going to get, bro? That's wild. All these damn cards, I don't know what this I don't even care about these guys. That's a tight-ass card right there. That's one of us right here. If you don't know, that's Genghis Khan. Tight-ass card. Bro, this box is expensive, bros. So let's see how much this card's worth. That's what I want to know. That's Ethereum right there. The Winklevoss twins. That card's going to be worth something. Crackberry and Baghdad battery. Which is what? The sun? All right, let's go look at the Winklevoss card real quick. And you know how you look up the value? You just Google it. You go number 28. It's called Winkavy. Card. Value. Right there. I see it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It's going to tell me. Well, these guys got it to 75. On the 75 one, I'm 23 through 25. That one's worth $75, but it's more than that. Hold up. No, it's got to be more than that. Because this one, yeah. Let me go check it out real quick. 23 through 25. It doesn't tell me what the card's worth. Cameron Winklevoss. Season 3. Series 3. It doesn't tell me. Nobody has it. Nobody has it for sale yet. Is that crazy? Huh. Maybe somebody can find it. Because I have it right here. And, what are they called? What are these called? It's called crypto. Crypto series. What the hell? Let me go look at the images real quick. Yeah, it's right there. What would it be? How much could it be worth? Nobody wants to tell me. Nobody gave the Winklevoss card any value? Let's see what it says. The Winklevoss card is worth 0. No, I'm lying. Come on, guys. See, they all have it to 75. Why do we have it to 25? We have it to 25. They have it to 75. Is that crazy? Huh. That's wild, bro. It has a different number than the rest of the people. Everybody else's card is up to 25. I mean to 75. This one's up to 25. What in the world? How's that even possible? See, gemstone, amethyst. That one's to 49. Huh? What the hell? It's not for sale for anybody. Okay. Well, you're going to have to sit on it, whoever I give it to, because they don't have one for sale, or you can make up your own price. That's all I can tell you. At a minimum, $75, but it's got to be more than that because it's a smaller percentage. Yeah, bros. All right. Well, I'll definitely be putting it away. I'll be definitely sending it off to someone. We'll be giving them away during the Vegas trip. I'm going to give away a lot during Vegas. If you guys don't know, I'm just giving shit away. All right. And I got a splinter coming out of my finger right now. I've had this splinter in my hand for 3 days, and it's finally coming out. That's cool. See, I knew if I just didn't mess with it, it was going to come out. I just felt it. Oh. I think I pushed it back in. I don't really care. You know, I'm a man. I'm Wolverine. Shit just comes out of me. All right, here we go. Chart. Oh, wait a minute. GameStop bouncing back up. Looking great. Good job. All right, guys. Back to the chat. Back to the channel. Thank you guys so much. We opened up those cards. We checked them out. Thank you for the pack. By the way, you know the sponsors of the channel. You know who you are. Thank you, guys. Obviously, the pack's worth a lot more than what you paid for it because all those cards, current value of like most of these cards are like $2 to $3. But the fact that the one card itself is worth 75 at a minimum. I mean, think about what all these cards are worth. I mean, maybe $100, $200. Don't worry, I'll give them all away. I'll do my part to support the investment. Fitting for crypto, big ass box, mostly full of nothing. Fitting for crypto, yes. Yes, thank you guys so much. Today's the day, folks. Yes, GME just jumped. Getting a huge order. There you go. Let me turn on the Discord for you guys. So if you guys want to come in and talk to me, we'll put you on the chat, put you on the channel. We'll figure it all out. We'll go from there. My boy Trove is killing it. That's all I can tell you. Trove's out here making thumbnails, guys. I don't know what to tell you guys. Somebody's out here watching the show and buying shares. Taco, not Tonko. Not to be confused with the dude in the Philippines. 5 shares to Big Cliff. Good job. I see that in the Discord. Everybody buying shares, guys. As you know, I increased my percentage that I buy per day. I went from buying 1 share a day. I now buy 2 shares a day. So it costs me about $42 a day, but I can afford that right now. I can't afford it maybe next month. We'll see. I go month to month, week to week. I'm living my life in front of you, 1/4 mile at a time. Now, let's open up the Discord and let's give you the link. So if you guys want to come in and chat with me, you guys can. There we go. Create an invite, copy, and I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat in YouTube. So come on in if you want to. Boom. And there it is. So if you click that, you can join the show. It's at the top of the live chat. Thank you. Can those cryptocurrency cards be PSA'd? I don't know, Ricky. I don't know, but I'll send them off. If I can, I'll definitely send them off. He's a great economist. I didn't know that. There you go. Hey, Marantz, unfortunately, I'm from Canada. Would you be able to order me a mod retro for my dad, looking for a gift for him for Christmas, as is the first console? I'd rather not buy off of eBay. Thank you. Seb, man, I don't know. I don't know because I don't know how busy I'm going to be. Right now, today, when I end this live stream, I'm going to put together a package that I'm supposed to mail off to one of the viewers of the channel who's been with me forever. And he supports the channel the way he does, and I'm going to send him T-shirts for him and his family. And so I'm going to do that. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know where, Mike, I don't know where you went. You were just here. You were doing good. I can hear you. Perfect. So if you want to come back, appreciate you, and I'll get you back on the show. If you want to turn on your camera, we can do that too. I'm sure any card can be PSA'd. Cardsmiths are legit. Correct. 25 is rare. Different tiers. Jade, Emerald, and Ox. Yeah, Oxy's one of one. Well, that's cool. 8 more shares today, and I only have about 2/3 what you have. But I'm getting what I can get. Chris Lake, keep doing what you do, man. Take your time. There's no rush. Thumbnails are the best they have ever been. Thank you, man. Ever since I turned the power over to Trove. Trove is getting it. So back to, now I have Robin. Hey, Robin. You can feel free to unmute yourself, Robin, and you're in the chat, in the channel. What's going on? No, Robin, you gave up? That was fast, bro. These guys click on the link and they don't know what's going down. I know my boy knows. My boy, Mike, I know you know, because it was Be the Hoss, right? Be the Hoss, these guys, they were in the chat right now. And then he left. So there you go. Mentats is here. Thank you so much, Mentats. GameStop still kicking ass, still going. $20.88. I think they're going to end around that price point, $20.80 today. But we'll see where it goes. All right, right now in the chat, let's see if he figured this part out. He did. All right, so what I'm going to do is, brother, I'm going to bring you up on the screen in a minute. Just give me a second. Okay, so let me figure it all out for you. There's a production value to this, so let me figure it out. Let's see. Move this tab there, and then we're gonna put you on here. There's my boy. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with BeTheHoss.com, this is my man. Do you want me to give the name and everything, or are you gonna? Well, I'll let you do it if you want.
Yeah.
No, so go ahead. We'll introduce guys. This is Hosco, BeTheHoss.com, and obviously I've known the young man for how long has it been? A year now, maybe a year.
Yeah.
So it's going good. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us what you got going on. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm the founder of Hoss Company. We started about 5 years ago, and we just transitioned into our next stage of a company, really focusing on custom apparel. We still got that brand thing going on and, selling clothes in stores and all that, but I'm really focusing on custom apparel because I feel like that's where the growth is. But love GameStop, obsessed with it for 4 years. I've taken a huge risk on using money towards GameStop versus Hoss, and I'm not really into the YouTube or the social media as much, and been listening to you every day for the last for a while now, and days like today, it's a Thursday afternoon, GameStop's near $20, people like you that make it enjoyable. You feel confident in our play. As a company, we have we buy GameStop every week. And, if you order online or someone places a big custom apparel order, we're always trying to throw money into GameStop. So I love it. I love being on this channel. I want to get to know a bunch of people on here. Because once GameStop, once it does what it's supposed to do, all of us are going to be in a position to create our own thing, be the people who call the shots. So finally had some time to hop on, and I appreciate you, Marantz. I really do. Everything you do for Haas and GameStop, it's awesome. So
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. You guys don't know, but the Hosco, that actual company and the apparel that they've been sending to the channel, I never asked for any of it. It was just one of those things where they have a lot of love for the community. So I was forever thankful when it all went down, and I was like, hey, look at all this merch. And then I actually got the quality merch, and I said, hey, this thing feels amazing. So I just want to tell you have a good product, and I wouldn't see it any other way. So in addition to that, GameStop being the best company I've ever been invested with, I'm actually having a difficulty right now. There we go. I got it. I was trying to get you on the screen and do something else, but no, I'm with you. So here's the deal. Do you want to tell everybody where you're from, what you're all about, just so that they know you're not like some shill, you're not some guy pushing something?
yeah, no, from Chicago, born and raised. We're a Southside brand. We do a lot, over there. And yeah, I love GameStop. I think it's the greatest investment opportunity ever. It gives you such a good joy, regardless of what happens with the share price, what it's done for me, just be able to, have that excitement in your life. It's, I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, yeah, I love the stock, no debt, holding all this cash. It's exciting. The community's strong. It's been an unbelievable 4 years. It's grown a lot as a person, dealing with, everything we've had to deal with, but yeah, nothing else to it. So just thought I'd hop on. I'm always listening, so I just want to hop on for once.
Well, let me go ahead and I'll expand on this just to give you some credibility in our neck of the woods. You guys don't know, this is Matthew. Name's Matt, right? So Matt here has never asked me for anything. Never asked me for a shout out. Never asked me for a plug or anything. You guys know, like Carter's Corner Pocket's never done that. Neither Dynamite_41 or Tetron Invest or Almo Naster's channel on YouTube. I always do these things out of the kindness of my heart because I know what it is, right? But I'm telling you, this man's legit with me, and I don't push people onto the platform ever. Ever. How many times have I turned down interviews and people to even have the platform or the voice on this channel? I'll shut off the most prominent voices in the internet. And I'll tell you right now, Matt rides with me, and I ride with him because we've had conversations offline about what we want to do moving forward, what we can do with our platform. So I'm always going to say thank you for hanging out and doing the thing, Matt. And I support you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Okay, and
one thing, I love your tattoo. You did it with the Haas polo on when you got it. I got a tattoo as well, probably like 8 months ago, right here on my chest. I'm a little embarrassed by it because it's ape and it has too much connection with AMC. But it's still, it means the same thing for me. If I could do it all over again, I would have just done GameStop. Maybe I'll add to it or something. But same thing for me. I got the tattoo, so I stay true to it. Don't get distracted. Don't start playing, other plays. And I love your tattoo. I love that you did that. That was awesome. I appreciate wearing the Haas polo too. That was great.
It was never planned that way. I just wear Hosco. I wear it even today, bro. I didn't know you're coming on right now. I just
No.
I wear stuff. But the thing is this. Some people don't understand the transition that investors have made over this last 4 years. You calling yourself an ape, listen to me. It's not a bad thing, guys. I know that people tie it to, Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, or any other investment. I used to pound my chest in the morning like I was an ape. I used to be like, yeah, baby, I got this. And then I had to stop and say, you know what? That's not who I am. I'm just a guy, right? And I think we've all transitioned. We've all put our ex-girlfriend's name on my arm. I actually have my ex's name on my arm. You think my wife's going to love me any less? No, we got it covered up. We can do cover-ups. I know a great tattoo guy, by the way. But, no, hey, you wear it proud and be who you got to be, man. That's it.
Before I didn't understand the private equity side of it. I really was pumping Redbox hard when Redbox went through that stage, and even AMC, I always was very interested in all of that. So what you've opened up to me with private equity and being able to short, big lots and, all those other things, it's some of the greatest DD I've ever seen. And it all just makes so much sense. So that's some of the best thing that I think you've done, the last, however long. It's awesome. So appreciate that too. So yeah, the ape though, I look at it, I love it, but I'm like, man, too many AMC people call themselves apes. I hate it. So, but it means a lot though to have it on there. So
Yeah, just go put GME in front of it, bro. You'll be all right.
that's what I'm gonna do. So all right, thanks, Marantz. Just want to hop on, enjoy your day. Thanks, guys. To the moon, baby. Keep buying.
No problem. So there's Matt, guys. You guys can always check him out. He's on the Discord. He's on Twitter. He's everywhere. BeTheHoss.com. What a good ass dude. Always been real with me since we met. And I'm telling you now, guys, that man goes above and beyond for GameStop. He understands it now. He sees it, and he's always been real with me. So, like I said, if you roll with me, I roll with you. And the man rolls with me. And I mean that. I mean that till the day. We've had plenty of conversations outside of the stream, outside of the channel, for me to get to know someone. It takes a lot for me to trust people. But you know what? I know that I can trust that guy. For now, it's been great, and I'll never step off of it. Thank you, Matt, for being a supporter of the channel, supporter of this investment, and a supporter of the community. So if you guys don't know who they are, those are the real deal. BeTheHoss.com, and that is Matt, and he's the owner, he's the creator, he is a co-owner as well, and they all invest in the GameStop, guys. Every dollar you send through that damn website, it's a GameStop dollar. I think that's the best thing he ever told me once. I said, man, stop sending me stuff, bro. And he goes, what are you talking about? He's like, I know that if I send it to you, it's in good hands. That's what he told me. And it made me think for a second. He's like, there's no wasted dollars. There's no wasted merch. It's in good hands. It's in GameStop hands. And I was just like, nah, there's an ambassador. There's somebody who actually believes in the channel and the info we put out. Watch Connect the Dots. It really changes your life. It really changes the way you view your investments. And for those of you guys who watch this channel who think you know what we're talking about when we say private equity, or you think you're smarter than the markets, and I would invite Noisy Korax, Platinum Sparkles, and Amy, and the three people who despise what I do and what I talk about. I would advise them to watch Connect the Dots. Just watch it, an open interpretation, just to watch it, and then you watch it and don't have an opinion about it until you finish it. And after you watch every episode and you understand the narrative and the way it's done, it will blow your mind. It will blow you away. And then you won't come at me anymore. You won't be like, yo, Marantz, you're a shill, you're this, you're that. No, that's not it. None of you, and I say this respectfully to anyone part of this channel, anyone that's a content creator, I challenge anyone to do the amount of due diligence it took to put that whole series together and how you dream it up. And you can't. You can't tell me otherwise, guys. I know GameStop's up and there you go. But we talked about the history of GameStop and why I believe in it so much. But the part that really got me going, the part that set me in stone was Connect the Dots. Okay? I want to explain it to you in this way. If you can see what a company is doing and why they're doing it, you have a really good idea of what your investment's going to be like. So I saw what Ryan Cohen's doing. I saw what the company was doing before he ever got there. And I saw what they did after. So, okay, I get it now. That's why I don't invest into other things, because I know what those companies are doing. Then you ask yourself, can I invest into the blue chips? Can I invest into the top ticks? I'm gonna tell you guys something that I've never talked about on this channel, but I have to make a declaration before I say it. I do not represent my employer when I'm on this channel. I do not represent the investment that is that company. I own a significant amount of shares. I have a wealth there, but I want to tell you something. There are winners and losers in the stock market. And everyone tries to paint you out to be a loser if you're not investing with the blue chips and or the guaranteed wins. Guaranteed win would be Apple. Guaranteed win would be Microsoft. Guaranteed win might even be Tesla to some people. And I'll just tell it to you this way, right? Google, all the Mag 7. But I have an investment called Costco. I have a significant investment. And I'm reading about private equity. I'm reading about the influence of private equity, and I'm learning on how investors and investments win. And when I learned about category killers and I learned about retail brick and mortar and how they overtake, like all these things, I learned who's in charge. Like when I look at Amazon, I saw that all of Wall Street is betting money on Amazon to win, and every other category killer company is losing. That's why there's not a Linens and Things. That's why there's not a Pier 1 Imports. That's why there's not a Circuit City, a Radio Shack, a Sears, Kmart. There's not, Claire's. There's not Tuesday Morning. There's not a lot of companies that have already gone bankrupt in the retail space because there's only supposed to be one winner. It's Amazon. You invest money with Amazon, and then you go bet on the downfall of every other company. You make sure they lose. And how do you lose? You put people on the board of directors to make sure they lose. You know who's on the board of directors for Costco? Like since 1985? A gentleman that actually was with Blackstone, private equity. They literally run the company. And you're like, okay, great business model. Oh my God, I love the leadership. I am the leadership. All this other stuff, right? But if I'm thinking in the world of private equity and how I can make money, I invest with the winners that they pick. They don't pick many winners because by nature, private equity is supposed to lose. People don't know this. They don't know the reverse way of thinking. This is what Connect the Dots teaches you. It teaches you that people are trying to make money off of bankruptcy. And they force bankruptcy or they project it. And then people will say things like on the headlines to sensationalize, but what kind of, you think I want my company to go bankrupt? Why would I do that? It's like, what do you mean? That's what you're paid to do. That's why you're there. That's why you've been the CEO of 7 companies and they've all gone bankrupt or they're owned by private equity. They eventually get, carved out and the assets get taken out. Like, this is what the playbook is. It's never changed. Why else would Thomas Kingsbury get a new job? Why would Sue Gove get a new job? Why does Adam Aaron run another Apollo-run company? Why? People say Ryan Cohen's a failure. Why? Because he made an investment in Alibaba and he's up. He's green as can be. He made an investment in Apple and he's up about $4 billion just on his Apple investment. He's up on his Nordstrom. He's up on his GameStop investment. He's up on his Bed Bath & Beyond investment. Like, what? Because he wins? Now he's a loser because he wins on investing. You want to talk about turnaround stories because you don't want to talk about it in real time. It actually is happening now, but nobody wants to talk about the winner that he is, just the losing parts. Imagine if someone only pointed out your flaws and not what you've been doing right for so long. How would you feel? How would your family feel? Your family would speak out against it and say, well, that's not true. He does this, this, and this. He's a good man. He supports us. He provides for us. He provides this. He doesn't. I'm GameStop. I'm the family. I'm going to protect Ryan. I'm going to talk about him in the right light. But go watch Connect the Dots and come tell me I'm wrong. That's what I want you to do. Every single investment that we've talked about, every single leader on those damn docs, everything we've done, go watch Connect the Dots and tell me I'm wrong. This is why I can have conversation with Martin Scarelli and throw him in the dirt. I can do it with Hannah Montana and let her know when she's wrong. Dan Olson won't even walk into this world. Think about this, guys. I did an interview with James Janney for 7 hours, 9 hours total with his producer and him, but 7 hours recorded. Tell me where in that interview did it show up on his documentaries about private equity. I talked about Connect the Dots. I talked about private equity and the leverage and why they do it. Tell me where that was on the doc. He had a 2-hour documentary and he didn't show any clips of me talking about private equity. All he showed was the pain, the hurt of the investment, and then the obsession that could be interpreted as a cult-like following. Not the gist of it, not the truth of it. This is why people who talk about us in the channel here, like Tony De Niro, like Noisy Corex, like Tonko Nave, like when they talk about the channel and they talk about the investment, the meltdown itself, the whole damn website, where on that website is it going to show you Connect the Dots and tell me I'm wrong? We literally can go to the document, go to Connect the Dots. Go watch part 17. Go watch it. Come sit here and then tell me where I'm wrong. And you're going to be like, holy shit. Yeah. And it plays out perfectly every day. Every day on every investment, on the way they invest and why they invest and what you're up against. And it's so big now. It's so big now that you can't catch it. Because annuity investments, because of the pension plans in the college endowments. Like, it's such massive money moving around, $1 trillion market. Like, and I'm talking about just Apollo. Apollo alone, $700 million assets under management. It's forever growing. But what they did was they took what they call private loans and they put those in place of what they used to call junk bonds, high yield loans. Now they're doing private credit. And people have to know the swing that's coming with the interest rates getting lowered and everyone's looking around looking for money. Well, they all have terrible credit ratings, but they all need a handout. And these loan sharks, that is private equity, they're going to loan you the money. America, they're going to loan you the money, your own money. They're going to take your pension plans and invest it to you. And when they loan you this money, they're going to tell you, I want to have 3 seats on the board of directors. I want to make sure you guys have this much cash on hand, or these covenants, or else they're going to call for the resignation of you. They're going to force you out of your own position, and they do it every day in America, every day. And that's what we shed light on, and we show you how they do it, and why they do it, and when they do it. So why am I the villain? Why are people mad at me? Nick Tannehill says, I can't watch you in front of my wife. I love the show, though. We own lots of GameStop. Hey, Nick, it's okay. I know what it is, bro. I've been there. But you know what? When your wife has a reset, because she will. My wife had a reset. And I say this respectfully to my wife. She's in the chat right now, probably. She watches the show as much as she can, which I'm so happy that my wife watches and she's listening. The best thing my wife ever told me, she said, when your spouse says something's important to them, they're telling you what they live for. You should listen. And that was the realization when my wife realized just how important this was to me. And not just the investment, right? The time I take to do the YouTube, the research, everything. As long as I'm not neglecting things, as long as I'm being supportive and I'm still doing dishes and I'm still throwing trash and I'm still cutting grass and I'm still picking up my son to and from school and I'm still being physical security, I'm still taking whining and dining, going out dancing, doing my thing, then there should be that appreciation for what I provide and what I do. And no different, Nick. Nick, if your guilty pleasure is the Marantz Rantz show, tell your wife hello from all of us. You're not the only one, Nick. Oh, you're going to watch Marantz again? You might go let him F you. Let him suck you off at night. I can imagine. I can imagine what they say. And all I'm going to say is, let me, Nick. Let me, babe. Let me get a piece of you, bro. Don't worry about it, man. I'll make love to you like you want me to. And I'll hold you tight all through the night. Yes, I'll make love to you. I'm going to be hitting up the Hosco.com for some company shirts here soon. There you go, Stacks. Hit them up. BeTheHoss.com. And they get it. Be the Haas. Now I get it. I'm trying to tell you guys. He's a good-ass dude. Now, the wife says that she's been wearing the Hosco sunglasses every day. I want to tell you something. I've been looking for those sunglasses for 3 months. Where the hell were they? She took them, bro. I was looking for them the other day. I was like, dude, where the hell are these sunglasses that I had? Nope, gone. She kind of looks like you. Thank you. This guy says, my wife is so hot, she kind of looks like you. Oh, let me type this up. This is so funny. Hold on. Let me tell Marantz that his wife looks just like him. The fact that I'm 6 feet, 230, and my wife's 4'11", 100 pounds, that's no different. No, we don't look different. You're right. This guy. You think you're funny? Like, J. Roden, is that your name? There's a reason why you're on TikTok, bro. Keep scratching that thumb at the screen. Keep tapping the screen for likes. Do all that shit, all right? That's what TikTok junkies do. I'm okay with it. I got a message over here. Hold on. What did the message say? Okay, cool. People are like, you going? Everybody knows we're going on Saturday. Yeah, everybody's asking if I'm going Saturday. Like, what kind of question? I live out of all my friends and family, I live the closest, right? All right, in the chat, in the channel right now is a man by the name of Jay. I got to see what Jay this is. Jay, what's up? What's going on, man? You got to unmute yourself, Jay, and then the floor is yours. Go for it. No, Jay? Well, we try. When Jay unmutes himself, then he'll be in the chat in the channel. But he hasn't unmuted himself. No, these guys who get into Discord and they don't know how to work it is wild. That's wild to me. All right, my position's doing well today. I'm up $289. Not bad. Let me close out the screen here. Martin Scarelli, I talked to him today. He laughed. That's all he did. Martin, you're welcome to the show anytime. Jay Kerwin, my boy. Jay Kerwin, guys, if you don't know, he's a resident GameStop millionaire. Doing his thing. That man has over 100,000 shares of GameStop. So support him in whatever he wants to do. I've always had his back, and I always will have his back. He's top G to me. There we go. So TD Bank agrees to $3 billion in penalties and growth restrictions in a U.S. settlement. So they're getting fined the $3 billion settlement, which is massive. On the chat on the channel right now is Robin. Robin, unmute yourself and the mic is yours. What's up, Robin?
What's up, Robin? Hey, man.
Hey, so Robin, I'm going to have you on the show, but I can hear you, but you have to mute me on your phone over there. You have the show still running. So that's why there's an echo. You have to believe in the fact that I'm going to talk to you through Discord. So you'd have to close out your YouTube to talk to me.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm muted the video.
There you go. Well, welcome to the chat. Yeah. Welcome to the channel, guys. This is Robin. Robin first hit me up on Instagram or somewhere, asked me some questions that I wasn't going to answer. But I'm here now. So what do you got for me, Robin?
All right. Okay, so I'm in Singapore now. So I'm in my country, like, doesn't have, like, GameStop. But you know, like, GameStop, they sell those, like, physical consoles or this, which I appreciate it. Because when I was pretty young, I was playing it a lot, like PS2 or this, and you know, I kind of miss the kind of feeling, and I think those meltdowners, they just like, you know, they just care about like money too much, which they don't like appreciate the company itself. So like that's why, you know, when they don't gain any like profits, then they will just like talk shit about the company. And like, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Somebody cares about money too much. I wouldn't go that way. I don't paint them out to be that. If they cared about money, then they would be invested in GameStop. That's just the truth of that. I think a lot of them are paid to be here. I think a lot of them are just trolls on the internet. But let me ask you, man, how long have you been holding GameStop?
For 1 year.
1 year, wow! So you must have a good cost average then.
Yeah, but I try to like invest as much as I can, because I'm still a student, so yeah. So I'm trying to like, you know, to add more shares in.
Yeah, that's fine. So
yeah.
You say you're still a student. What are you going to school for?
Oh, for diploma, to get my, because I'm doing sports science, so.
I guess I was going to say, like, what are you studying for?
Oh, honestly, I won't use my education, like my cert for future use, but I'm in coaching now, so.
Yeah, you got me worried, period. But I'm with you. So let me ask you, why'd you buy GameStop? What made you want to buy it?
Because I appreciate the company, I support the company, you know. Like, even though, like, you know, there's no GameStop in my country, but you know, all the efforts they put in, all this, you know, I can't, you know, I can't just like look away, you know. It's amazing that you know, from a company that's gonna be bankrupt, but you know, they put in the initiative, and you know, now Ryan Cohen is the CEO, and you know, he make things even better, which is amazing.
I guess I'm confused because, you know, I've been invested for a while on GameStop, but I don't know how I would ever learn about a company outside of what I can't buy Like I can't touch it or buy it, right? And I'm not explaining you away. I want to know, where did you hear about GameStop and how did you know to buy it, or what triggered you to that point? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I was like doing like investing. Then afterwards, like doing like my research in internet, all this, and I saw GameStop. Then from there, I start to like read about it, and yeah, and from there like I realized about GameStop. So that's where I found GameStop.
Well, that's cool. So where are you from?
Singapore.
Singapore. Wow. So they don't really have GameStop there yet. I should say it that
Oh,
way.
I wish. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, man. You found the channel. I was curious, like, how'd you find this channel?
Yeah. I asked myself that too, but I'm happy that I found this channel. And
No, but I'm asking, like, how did you find this channel? Like, did you Google it? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm random. I'm a corner of the internet. How'd you find me from Singapore?
I think it's YouTube.
All right, that's cool. You seem innocent enough, man. I've done enough investing to know, or investigating to know. I hope you love this stock. I hope you stay forever. I hope you figure it out. But take your time.
Yeah.
Go slow. You're a student. You just never know what you can risk. But good luck to you, even all the way over there in Singapore. So I had my sister. She's in Singapore right now. Shout out to my little one. She's hanging out.
All right. Thank you so much, Marantz.
Hey, you're welcome. And just a shout out to everybody. My pops, Willie Bobo, he's going to Singapore next month. I believe December, or in 2 months, December 5th-ish, 4th, somewhere in there. He's going to Singapore, going to go hang out with my sister and her husband. They live abroad. They travel the world. They don't live in the U.S. anymore. They're raising their kids while they travel. And that's the thing for my niece and nephew, my goddaughter. She's out there running around the country and the world, and they're living everywhere, man. They are hopping from planet to planet, from island to island. And shout out to them because they're very cultured. They know a lot about languages and customs and courtesies. And they're going to take my dad with them to babysit. No, I'm joking, just to hang out a little bit more. So shout out to my little baby sis and her husband. They have been together 23 years, I want to say. They met in high school at 15. You guys, true story. This is how it all happened. My sister, she actually lived with my mother for a little while and then came to live with my dad. My dad was the more established parent. My dad had a house. My dad had, cars and a job and career, and we all lived there, right? All your brothers. So my dad, there was four of us. There were four brothers, one sister, okay? And my one sister is the toughest SOB in the whole damn planet. And just so you guys can understand like how tough my sister is, 20 years in the military. She was a first sergeant. That is one of the highest ranks you can have. She's second highest rank in enlisted army, and 20 years. Retired, the real deal, top, right? So to have two tops in my family, I got Reek, I was going to say it a whole different way. Tony De Niro, calm your cheeks down, bro, okay? So I have two first sergeants. We call them top. That's just a nickname in the Army. So you have two first sergeants in my family at the same time, and my father didn't even graduate high school, right? Like he dropped out just to provide for the family and stuff. So you think about it, man. You did things the right way to have two enlisted first sergeants in the active duty in the family. So my other brother was a sergeant. I was a sergeant. All this good stuff, right? Coming from my family. But my sister, I remember she went to high school, and she went to a different high school than us because we got recruited to go play football. And she just went to the high school across the street. So we were pretty good athletes and went to go play ball. And she went to this other high school, which we were happy with. We were like, hey, we ain't got to deal with her. But she ended up getting a boyfriend. And this little guy, right, walks in. And he comes to meet my dad for the first time. And he's like, how you doing, Mr. Rico? And my dad's like, Marantz, Rico. Like that, like calls us, right? Like calls us out. And we come out the back room. And we used to run in our house everywhere like little soldiers. We're like, do-do-do-do, boom. And you can imagine we're like 6 feet tall, muscle bound, arms behind our back. Yes, sir. What's going on? And my dad says, hey, if you treat her wrong, I'm not the problem you got to deal with. And he points at us and he goes, those are the guys you got to deal with. And me and Reek looking at each other like, man, we ain't gonna do nothing for her. We ain't gonna protect her. We don't care. No, we were like, yeah, what's up, man? And full circle, that dude's never done my sister wrong. Never in his life has he done my sister wrong. And I know he's a good ass kid. And he was brought up a different way. He was born in the Philippines. His family's very cultural, and they love life, and they did things the right way. So shout out to my sister's family and them being able to travel the world now, and being multi-millionaires, whatever the hell they are. I don't know all their finances. I just know they got enough to do whatever they want to do in life, and that's a blessing. So my pops raising a lot of winners. Okay, so when you guys see Willie, all right, if you ever see that dude, just give him a pat and be like, yo, Willie, what you doing, bro? Raising winners. That's what he's doing. So shout out to you guys. AMC to the moon, absolutely doing our best. A lot of you guys get to know my family and stuff. We don't hide from it. All my family's on the internet somewhere, except for my older brother. That dude, he's not. But my younger brother, he did music for a long time, and so I always supported him in that front. And he has songs, he has tracks. I just don't play them. I wonder if I could ever play my brother's song on the channel. Let's see if you guys. Yeah, I don't know. He makes the beat and he does the lyrics himself. He does. You guys want to compare him to like Phil for real? Watch this. I swear to you, I'm gonna find my brother. I don't mind. I'll support this cat till the day I drop. It's my little brother. You tell me if he's better than Phil for real. All right, you guys heard Phil for real rap before? He's pretty trash if you ask me. But check out my little baby bro. I swear to you. I don't play his stuff for everybody. I gotta find it though. I try not to. I try to let him do his own thing, and vice versa. But let's see if this is one of the tracks I could play. Let's see if this is one. Hold on.
I might pause. I might just stop.
That's a beat, but that's not the one I want to play. That's not it. Hold on. Let me see this one. The same one? No. No, that ain't it. No, he made that one. If you guys know this, he made this whole track. Right? Back to Marantz Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice.
Oh my god, not here. Oh, this here.
GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. All right, he made the beat for that. He mixed it all. He did all that. That was my bro. But hold on. I'm going to find it. Okay, I think it's this one. Oh, yeah. He produced the beats. He did all the lyrics. He's a rapper, producer guy. I've never promoted him. I'll show you right now. This is like a track of his right here. Let's see.
Thank you so much for the yeah. It's motherfucking dead man. Thank you, Cyclical. It's just a reflection of who I was. These people wanna say what's up. No love, no strength, nowhere to run. I'm counting digits, I'm number one. Everything you see is just a reflection of who I was. I didn't think I'd catch a buzz. These people wanna say what's up. Passing by, smoking the cut. I've been doing me straight from the jump. No love, no strings, nowhere to run. I'm counting digits, I'm number one. Ayy, yeah, trip to the bank. I gotta take a trip to the bank. What the hell did you think? Live my life on the brink. Yeah, my life is a movie gun under the same. Didn't mean to hurt you, but I had to. You mad news, it's sad news. We gon' have to load it up and crash. I crashed through and land 2 inches away from the edge of the bed. All these thoughts in my head. Am I real? Am I dead? Has the demon been fed? How'd it start? Did we end? Is this love? Are we friends? In the coupe, in the bed, smoke bleak blunts that extend. Death ain't part of a trend. Shorty back, watch it then. I'm a nine, she a tank. Fuck out my way if you ain't with the blend. I'ma lock him away, throw the ass in the shake. Get the fuck out my way if you ain't with the blend. Ay, everything you see is just a reflection of who I was. I didn't think I'd catch a buzz. These people wanna say what's up. Passing by, smoking the cut. I've been doing me straight from the jump. No love, no strings, nowhere to run. I'm counting digits, I'm number one. Ay, didn't mean to hurt hurt you, but I had to. You mad news, it's sad news. We gon' have to load it up and blast you. Didn't mean to hurt you, but I had to. You mad news, it's sad news. We gon' have to load it up and blast you. Everything you see is just reflection of who I was. I didn't think I'd catch a buzz. These people wanna say what's up. Passing by, smoking.
All right, check it out, y'all. You guys can say how you feel about a song, right? Now think about this, okay? The kid produced a song on his own, did his own lyrics. He has a passion for music, and I support him. That's it. But he has like 1,000 tracks, bros. 1,000 beats, and they sell them all. They're on the internet. I don't know. They sell back and forth. It's not bad. I promise you it's not bad. I listened to it. I promise you. Yeah, if you're listening to it on the computer versus home, if you're in the car right now, yes, it's a different beat. It's hard. It hits hard if you're in the car. And I said hard. But my bro makes that whole thing. So he has a whole bunch of other songs, a whole bunch of collabs and rappers. He's like in this underground rap scene. He performed at concerts and done all this stuff. So that's my little bro. He's the truth, man. He does his own shows. And I've sponsored some of the shows for him because I believe in him. But, you know, that was a passion of his for a lot of years. But you think about Reek, you know, I got a twin brother that beats all you guys out. My twin brother has his own show on YouTube and TikTok, and the boy's raking in, you know, $30,000, $50,000 a month. Almost made $500,000 last year. Yeah, the family's winning. Me, I just worked at a souped-up Walmart, and I sweep the floors, bros. I'm just a YouTuber with no one watching. Yeah, right. Rico does a mean NF karaoke. Oh, yeah, he does. If you know that, then you know. So Reek raps, right? Reek's a little freestyle rapper too. And Reek's no joke. Reek's no joke. If you go to a club with Reek and they're doing like open mic night and they're rapping, get out the way, yo. Get out the way. The dude's been practicing for like 20 years. I don't know what you do at the NSA. I want to make this right now to that military. My brother worked at the NSA for like his whole career. And he was a combative instructor and he was a cyber expert for the military, certified ethical hacker. Apparently, he just sat there and studied college football and did freestyle raps all day. I'm just here hitting on this wood, thinking what I should, don't know what I could. But like, I don't know what he does all day, rapping words and doing his thing. But Reek has a really weird delivery and rap. And good shout out to bro. That's all I can tell you. I do none of this. I do none of it. I do nothing lyrically, nothing musically. I just, you know, I listen to music, I play it. And you know, I'm a DJ at heart. That's about it, bros. But I talk the stock market. That's what I do. Just found you and saw a GME video. Is it too late to buy, or how long have you been holding? Dre on TikTok. What's up, Dre on TikTok? Go watch YouTube. I'm on YouTube live right now. We probably had already over 1,000 people come through the channel. Over here on TikTok, it's a little different. You asked me the question. Let's answer that question, though, right now on YouTube for everybody. You just found me from a GME video, which is cool. Is it too late to buy? Never. How long have you been holding? Almost 4 years now. And would I tell you should buy? I can't tell you what to buy, when to buy, how to buy, any of that. Just know that I buy. I buy every day. I buy GameStop shares every day that they're for sale. To give you an example, I bought 2 today. So if you buy 1 every trading day, the average year has 250 trading days on a session. So if you could buy 1 share a day, then you should have 250 after a year. What do the shares cost right now? About $20 and some change. So that's you go. How long do you plan on holding? Forever. Dre, I plan on holding forever. I don't plan on selling because I don't need the money. It doesn't work like that for me. But I continue to put money away. I'll sit on it for a lifetime. You should really watch, and then you understand my mentality on investing. But if you have a different time horizon and or you have a different risk tolerance, then good luck to you, bro. Honestly. If you're watching my show and you understand what's coming for GameStop, it's inevitable. I mean, it's forever and it's inevitable. That's the truth about GameStop and the investment. If you know about the company, well, then you'll understand who Ryan Cohen is. You'll understand who I am. You need to watch a couple of documentaries. Watch some documentaries, and then you'll see my mindset. In addition to that, you need to watch, I'd say, about 75 episodes on YouTube called Connect the Dots. Google it. Write in Marantz Rantz, Connect the Dots. And there's volume 1 through 75. Go watch them, bro. Just push play. Don't walk away. Push play and let it hit you in the chest, and it will. And you'll understand why we do what we do. But me, I just kill the internet every day, bro. I come out here, I put on a show for people to watch and things to do as they kill time while they're at work. So that's what we're doing here. So we do it every night, every day. If I'm like today, it's my day off. So a couple things I have to do. I'm going to go pick up my son from school. I'm going to be at the post office shipping out this package for my boy Derek that I need to send him all these damn shirts that I said I would. And then I'm going to get back to the chat and channel after I do the dishes. So I have to do the dishes. I also have to cut the grass. So I got to find a way to, get the lawnmower out and go cut the grass and make the heat. So I'll probably go live again tonight. I'll try to, maybe like at 6 or 7, depending, God willing. But, there's an NFL game. Maybe I go around and watch some football that I don't want to watch. That's just it. Future dividend payout predictions. Anthony Morales. I hope they happen in March. I'm looking for March. If it doesn't happen in March, I'll wait for the next year in March. But I'm always going to be looking every year. GameStop's going to have $5 billion after March, guys. So it'd be great. Yeah, $5 billion with a B. That's what they're going to have. All right, guys, let's go ahead and look it back. Let's run it back. Let's see what GameStop's doing right now. So I'm pull up the chart, and we'll go from here. The stock price on GameStop is $20.81. Like I told you for today, my chart reads that they're going to end right around $20, and I got them at $20.79. So right around where we're at right now. 34th Street. Well, thank you for that. I don't know exactly what that means, but I got you. For those of you who are going to be hanging out with me this weekend, just know that if you're a member of the channel and you support the channel the way you do, you will have a behind-the-scenes look at this channel. You guys know that I post member-only videos, and that's if you are a member of this channel. So shout out right now to Jay. If you guys do not know who Jay is, my biggest contributor to this channel via the info and, of course, the memberships. He bought over 100 memberships for members yesterday. Shout out to him for supporting the channel the way he does. But what are you guys going to do? You're going to have complete access to the Trump rally on Saturday. So I'll be live streaming the Trump rally. You guys will see some videos behind the scenes. The Trump rally is going to be on 52nd and 53rd Avenue off of Calhoun. I live off of Calhoun, 52nd and 53rd. Do you want to know where I live? 55. I'm telling you right now, it is less than 30 minutes away walking. So I plan on walking down to the damn thing. We already got our tickets. We have all of our attire that we're going to wear. Obviously, I'm going to have drill, baby, drill. That's what I'm going to do. That's where I'm at. So if you guys want to watch the Trump rally live, I'll be live streaming it. And if it's time to get, I'm going to be a bullet magnet and or a bodyguard. That's what I'm going to do. I'll take that bullet. I'll do my part. But ain't shit going down. Not where we live. It's not going to happen, all right? So that's what's happening, guys. But there you go. I'm at work right now. Thank you so much, Brimus. Brimus says that if he can buy GameStop and understand the investment and be convinced to buy it, then anybody can be, because he's a hardhead, knucklehead, and he needed me to do it. Heck yeah, Trump 2024, voting for him for the 3rd time. Yes, and yes. Trump's the man. That's how I can tell it. Somebody in our chat that has been with me for 4 years was very opinionated about Trump, and he got mad. He wrote a whole thing. I mean, just went crazy. Trump's a World War II, blah, blah, blah. He started talking about shit from like 100 years ago, right? All this stuff. And listen, man, nobody ever envisioned that Trump would end up being president. I know, because I was standing there. People wanted Mitt Romney to be president. People wanted John McCain to be president. People wanted Hillary to be president. Nobody thought that it would be Trump. And you know what? That's fine. But for you guys to have all this hate towards a man who's doing the same playbook that anyone else would be doing, there's no one in the Republican Party that could run for president that doesn't stand for these things, that doesn't stand for the same things that the left is standing for. Private equity runs the country. When are you going to understand that? So it doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter which side you vote for. The other things, I had somebody tell me about reproductive rights. Let me tell you, how long are you actually able to reproduce? You have the short little small window, and in that window, are you going to be fighting for those things? Because chances are you probably did things the wrong way growing up, just like everyone else did. I can't even tell you how many people have sex out of wedlock, but I can tell you, do what's best for you and your family. And I'll tell you right now, an open border is not best for me and my family. What happens to Ukraine and anywhere in the Middle East is not necessarily best for me and my family. I'm worried about these United States of America, not the rest of the world. So that's where I'm at first. That's why I say America first. That's why I say GameStop first. I love what GameStop's doing. As a company, they focused on America. They focused on the domestic product here. So I can get with that. I can get with pumping money within this infrastructure, but people hurt by a storm shouldn't be going to FEMA for $750. I don't, guys, it could be a billion people. It wouldn't matter. There's not enough people in the country to tell me $750 is enough for people that lost their homes and their way of life. And that's all the disaster funds we have, and they're going to be depleted, and yet we still have billions and billions of dollars to send abroad. That's my problem. I don't know what the hell happened on Wall Street. I don't know what happened in the Main Street. I don't know what happened on the Hill. I don't know where people thought it would be a good idea to start divvying up my tax dollars to other countries so that they can live a lavish life. That's the problem. I saw the videos in Ukraine. There's still day clubs, nightclubs, pools, spas. When you're at war, do you know everyone's on edge? No one's going to work. Everyone's trying to stay bunkered down. And that's the truth of a country that's at war. These are not countries at war. These are just ideas from me. So I don't even care. I don't care how many viewers I lose. I don't care how many supporters I lose. Guys, I've lost everything. I had a complete reset of my channel on July 16th, July 13th, the day that the president got shot, and I'm okay with it. I got 16,000 stagnant viewers over here on TikTok. I've got another 12,000 over here on this side, and I lose zero sleep about it because my money doesn't change. My money just keeps going where I need it to go. I can outmake and I can outpace inflation. I can beat out the macro environment I'm in, and I make myself do it. I find other things to do. I find other ways to save money. I pay off things. I don't play their game. You want to play these games? You play these games. I'm not here to play these games, guys. The minute my credit card company, listen, think about this. The credit card company tells me that the interest rates I signed up for at 13%, 14% on my credit card was now going to be balloon up to 22 because the Fed rate would increase and the actual another increase on another rate, right? What do I call it? It's not the S&P 500. It's the I can't even think of the name right now, but it doesn't matter. All these increases, right, on percentages, and they're trying to tell me. I call them up and I say, hey, I want to close my account. Close my account and give me the program. There's a program out there that allows you to get 0% interest for 5 years, and they flatten out your fee and your payment to 0%, and you pay one lump, these little payments every year, auto bill. And they go, well, if you do that, Marantz, then your credit rating's going to go down. So? My credit's going to go down? Oh my God, really? You know what else is going to go down? If I don't make these payments, my credit's going to go to shit if I can't make these high-ass balloon payments. But you're telling me I can lower my payment by at least 50% and my credit goes down anyway? Well, let's just do that. At least I have money in my damn account and cash in the bank. You think I'm worried about my credit right now when this whole economy's crumbling? Cash is king, babe. When I see you in 4 years, when it's all paid off and I need to buy a new car then I'll come back to you. But I already have the house, the cars, I have everything. So what the hell do I need? I don't need good credit right now. What I need is cash and to be able to put it away and put it away right. We'll fix that credit line later. I'll be at 700 again tomorrow. But I'll tell you right now, take me down to 680. I don't care. Take me down to 660. Isn't that going to hurt my heart? Nope. I'm not looking for money that way. But these guys try to convince you that you have to make these payments. Guys, I'm telling you right now, $550 a minimum on credit card payments a month, that shit's for the birds. I said, no, sir. No, sirritos, auto square. Not for me. Keep it real, Marantz, and stay strong. I try. 90% of neon gas comes from Ukraine. That makes computer chips. It has been a huge disruption. Let me tell you something. You can tell me things are only made in Ukraine or whatever. You can tell me all that bullshit. None of that matters to me. None of it. Because there's no real threat there. That threat could be gone tomorrow. All it takes is a phone call. Taiwan will be invaded very soon. That's a huge issue for computers. What am I going to do with these guys? Like, where do you think the computers were built before they were built abroad? I'm just curious, guys. Do you realize what the AI revolution is? Like, why people are investing so much money in it? If you're going to invade something, what do you think happens to it? You think it's a disruption? Or someone takes that technology and does something else with it? You think it's going to stop the whole process? It's not going to stop the whole process. Someone else is going to take it over. This is like the idea that we got to ban TikTok. What? Oh, okay, we got to ban TikTok because someone owns it, right? No. We don't have to do that. We just got to break it up and not make it a monopoly. And can't let one person make all this money. It's the same thing for the Google antitrust laws. It's the same thing. Because Google has the whole market cornered. Apple has the whole market covered. Like, no. No, no, no. You know why they make Nikes in Asia, guys? Because it costs less. Not because they can't do it elsewhere. This is like the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Dude, you can make a car anywhere. You can make it all over Detroit. But you won't. You can make planes all over North Carolina. But you won't. They're going to slap tariffs on John Deere. They're going to slap tariffs on anyone who goes and makes products outside of the United States. Okay. What do I care? What do I care that a billionaire is not going to make as much money as he was before? The profits of his. Oh, the stock's going to come down? Oh my God, you mean to tell me they're not going to make as much profit? Oh, is that a problem? Not for me. I'm hedged. I've hedged the whole market. I have GameStop. Here, check this out for all you guys out there that are worried. GameStop has a business model that is made here in America with American wages. And then the products themselves are co-branded, signed, sealed, and delivered with GameStop logos. GameStop's making a profit here in America, not abroad. Nothing, really. Amazing. Amazing. You'll see what I'm talking about, guys. Here's why you'll see what I'm talking about. There's this thing called conversion. In the world of investing, it's called the carry. The carry trade itself. Okay? So, in this investment world, everyone's so blinded. Oh, you can't invest money because this is going to come down, that's going to go up, and all you're looking at is this American market, where 50% of all wealth is traded. But what people do with extreme wealth and the ability to do it, they take their money out of this market and they go put it in the other market. They go place it in Japan and they buy the conversion of that currency. They loan out and they buy the conversion of the won, the yen, the rupee, the euro, the pound. Those conversions is this is how they make their money. This is why George Soros made so much money. You take your money out of this market and you put it elsewhere where they're willing to give you more for your dollar. Those dollars will eventually return to this market after corrections. After those markets go. See, and I told you guys this at the beginning of this show. When you look at the Fed and you look at this administration, what they've done to allow you to feel good, that's happening here. That's not happening in China. China has a housing crisis. Europe, what do? They're going through wars, and they have a total spending crisis. Right? Manufacturing is down. Go look at Volkswagen. Go look at any other company out there in Europe. It's not happening. But when you look at America, America lets you think like it's all great, like it's all up and to the right. But is it really? I told you only because your mortgage rates, everyone locked in a mortgage rate below what it is today, 95% below. That's why no one feels it. No one feels the pressure of increased interest rates. That's not what they feel. Their mortgage rate's below what the current Fed rate is. So it doesn't matter to them. But then ask yourself what this administration passed. Easing on inflation. The CHIPS Act. So many other things they passed just to make it easier on you so you don't feel the strains of a true recession. So you can walk there and you're okay. But wait till companies start running it different. Wait till companies start borrowing money for free again. Companies start borrowing Covey Light loans. There's no covenants on the money. When that cycle comes through, now you're a growth stock. Now you're growing again. Now this economy's booming again, right? But we're in a cycle. We're in a cycle. So look at the carry trade and understand. The stimulus package that just passed in China, go look at Chinese stocks. It wasn't enough that now they're retracting. I'm not making it up. Let's go. Can we go look? Where's Alibaba right now? Not recently viewed. Let's go to all stocks. Alibaba right here. Alibaba on the chart, just so that we're clear. This is Alibaba, okay? Alibaba comes out, and this is on the weekly chart. We'll go to the daily. Alibaba comes out, and it announced, look at this, guys. We're talking about back in April, $66 a share. I was telling the whole world this is a buy. Anybody remember this? On the channel, boom. It has now gone up almost 100% to 117, all based on the idea that China's going to pump. China's going to pump himself with the stimulus package. But the stimulus wasn't as big, it got announced. So what happens? Complete retraction. And this was just announced this week. So complete retraction from 117.82 all the way down to 105. And I say all the way down because it's over a 10% drop in a day. A gap down in 2 days, 11%, 12% drop off. Now, you're going to retract, you're going to take some out of it. But is it going to keep you afloat? The other part of this trade is going to be Tesla. You're going to look at Tesla and you're going to tell yourself, why is Tesla going up and down like a stripper on a pole? The reason why Tesla does this is because Tesla has the U.S. market, but then in China, Tesla's giving you 20,000 yen. Is it yen or won? Or yen? I believe it's yen. I don't even know what it is. It's won? Won, yen. I don't know. Anyway, they're giving you 20,000 of their currency, right? And why? Because if you do it, you can trade in your value. This is what I talked about today too. You guys are in a market that people are forgetting that it has a cyclical range of 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. What happens to your vehicles at that point? You need new cars. And you can't go buy new cars unless the interest rates are down because you can't afford the new ones, right? Well, here's the problem. What's your EV vehicle mark? Like that market for EV vehicles and for repurchasing used EV vehicles? Who's going to buy a used EV vehicle? Nobody. Nobody's buying a used car on the EV vehicle market because that battery is going to go dead. It's dead weight. It's the biggest waste of America. So until they learn how to recycle these damn cars, what are you really buying? You're buying a hunk of junk. But I've looked at the markets. I've looked at every investment you want to make. Not the ones I want to make. But I'm telling you what this is. I can even erase this right here. Look at look at this. Look at these lines, guys. I made these lines weeks ago. This is on the daily chart. You're creeping right back up over the purple again. If we come up tomorrow above it again, guess what I do? I go back to one share a day. Because if it falls below there, then I buy 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, until it gets back to where I think it should be. But this is GameStop bouncing off of 2030 and 2031 a share. It touched it twice. It was 2030 right there, and then 2031 right there. Touched it twice in 1 day, in 24-hour span, and then bounced out of the zone. So, are we on our way back up to the line? Let's find out together. I'm down to learn. You guys got to see the chart. I apologize. Right there. So we touched twice. Touched it once here and once here, and now it's out of the zone. RMB, sure. By the way, gold bars are selling like crazy at Costco. They can't keep up with the demand. Bros, if I ever told you, man, do I give you this insight? Nah, it's tough. I got to be careful what I tell you guys. I'm familiar with what's going on at Costco, bro. Okay, thank you for the insight. I'll tell it to you a different way, the insight. When it comes to California and you're going to buy gold, you want to buy over $2,000 at a time. I remember when the gold bars were selling for, this is last year, $1,900. They sold for $1,900 and people were buying one at a time and you had to pay taxes on the $1,900. If you would have bought two, it would have cost you $1,800, but you don't pay taxes. Or $1,700, something like that, right? I don't do math well. It'd be like, it was going to be $3,900 or $3,800, something like that, if you bought two. But you wouldn't pay taxes. So you save about $400 by buying two. But the price of gold now is up to $2,700, $2,800, $2,600 in that range. So in 1 year, you've gone from $1,800 an ounce all the way up to $2,700. You're up $900 per bar. Who's not buying them? They're all buying them. But what are they buying? The top. You're buying the top. The fact that demand, they can't keep with demand, I don't care. You're buying into a surge. But you better be doing it in California because you don't pay taxes after $2,000. Now every bar is that way. There goes the U.S. zombie dollar. Have you seen Porsche EV prices? No, I have not. I know you couldn't see the charts, so I apologize, but now you can. Doesn't Ryan Cohen own Baba? Yes. Ryan Cohen owns Alibaba. I don't know what Michael Burry owns. I don't pay attention to Michael Burry, and that's just it. Marantz, she doesn't hate it. She just doesn't understand why I love it and can listen to my internet for hours at a time. Also, we just opened a storage facility, Diamond Hand Storage. Oh, get it, bro. Nick, get it, Nick Tannehill. She understand why you can listen for hours? Because your boy's a good dude. Like, this guy right here. Into the close, guys. It is the power hour, final hour. GameStop from $20.68 is pushing now all the way up to $20.91. Getting it. Big bars here at the end. Keep going. We got about 6 minutes left on the market. GameStop doing what it does. Do what it do, baby boo, baby boo. Yeah, I love it. I love the stock. Any other questions over there? Real Tech Geek, thank you so much for that. For whatever reason, wow, I didn't know that. My phone unplugged from my desk. I must have kicked it, and so my phone's dying. But it's okay because my desk is very powerful, and I get to plug in anything at any time, and now it's plugged in, so there we go. All right, guys, you guys heard a track from my bro. You guys heard a story about my sister. You guys know about Reek. Let's see what else you guys can hear from me before I take off. I be playing bangers all the time, guys. I do what I can. I'm going to play one of my favorite songs of all time right now on my way out the door as the market's closed. I just thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you learned a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, and no financial advice. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz, and/or I'll see you tonight if I do go live again. I don't know if I'm going to go live again. I'm a busy man, okay? But I have my pants on, and I'm doing the best I can. And Adam Aaron could easily have gotten the company out of debt in 2021. There was even a vote. However, he sabotaged his own company and canceled the vote to raise funds when the price was at $50. Just a complete idiot, really. Nope, it's not a complete idiot. If you guys ever knew what it was, then you would know. If you guys watch Connect the Dots, and you would know. They didn't want to save the company. They don't want to save the company. They want to prolong the inevitable. They want to prolong bankruptcy. Every company has done this. They maximize value and they exit. Isn't it phenomenal? Where was it said? Oh, man. You know what? I want to show you guys something. I want to show you, before I play my favorite song, I'm going to go find something while we have 5 minutes left. I heard it once. I heard it, and I said it to you. I played it for you guys. Didn't I play it for you? Right here.
Private equity is a long-term illiquid asset class. There's a reason why LPs are asked to. Private equity.
All right, guys, check this out. This is the stuff you guys should be, paying attention to. Let me move it. Okay, you guys see this? This is Jeffrey Epstein's money man. This is Leon Black. He funded the Epstein Island escapades. He is the direct hire of Jeffrey Epstein for tax information. He paid Jeffrey Epstein over $100 million for tax advice, which is crazy. When a man with his extreme wealth is paying a random dude that kind of money is one thing. But Leon Black comes from Drexel Burnham Lambert. He has exact ties to Josh Harris, Mark Rowan, Mike Milken, numerous other people that came from that investment firm that was since shut down by the government in 1990. February 14th of 1990, it's known as Bloody Friday, because that investment firm was manipulating outcomes, securities frauds, and they were they were putting money down on the bankruptcy of other companies because of the huge junk bonds they were giving companies. Basically, they were giving people a death trap. It was like you couldn't pay back this bond if you wanted to, and they forced you into liquidation. They forced you to do these things. And the business practice is this. They started hiring people then, and they started hiring people to be planted onto the board of directors of companies to destroy those companies from within. And that's the playbook. That's been the playbook for 40 years. It's really easy to put money on the bet, right? To put money on this investment if you know it's going down. You can guarantee the destruction of companies. You can't guarantee the company is going to be successful, but you can definitely guarantee the company is going to fall apart. And Leon Black did this knowingly. along with the help of the others, Mark Rowan and Josh Harris, who own Apollo or who founded Apollo. But there was 6 people who founded Apollo. These were the 3 fathers of it. 6 people that came over from Drexel Burnham Lambert to be, these guys. Now, if you guys are ever wondering Apollo and the ties of it, you could look at people like Robert Kraft at Gillette, and he owns the Patriots. He was on the board of directors on Apollo. Lynn Swann, the football player, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers and USC, he is at Apollo. He's a current board of directors at Apollo. There are certain people in sports world that have ties to Apollo and ties to what you see in front of you. That's Magic Johnson. He has ties to Apollo because his Magic Movies theaters were actually bought out by AMC movie theaters and the Carmike movie theater deal and all these other deals that they've done. And Apollo was the parent company of these investments. So that's why Adam Aaron has run the companies of Vail Resorts, Norwegian Cruise Lines, AMC movie theaters, and the Philadelphia 76ers, all owned by Apollo and or run by Josh Harris, who is one of the founding fathers of Apollo, right? And they all worked at Drexel Burnham Lambert with Mike Milken. Now, when you see the Milken Institute, just know the Milken Institute is the hub for everything you see, whether it be the Wharton Way, the Wharton Business School, but everyone ventures off to Milken Institute because this is where they brainstorm and they tell each other, well, this is how you actually maximize value in markets. And it's okay for the demise of the common man. It's okay to destroy companies from within and or to get with consulting firms and cut out the assets of these guys who built companies, right? If you built a company for 40 years, you and your kids and your mom and you guys all made a company and you guys worked it out and it became big. It became bigger than life. Well, private equity sitting on the sideline, they're going to let you make your millions and your billions. You never cashed out. You never took a vacation. You never got to do all the things you want to do with all this money that's being generated and made. So finally you get to ride off into the sunset because you make a deal with the devil. You say, you know what? I'm going to give you my image, my name, and my likeness, and I'm going to give it to you, private equity. You guys promised me something great. And private equity buys in with like 10%. 10% of the company. That's what they buy in for, a controlling stake in that company. They're not risking anything. The LPs, the limited partners, they're putting in this money on a fund. This fund's there to take over. And that GP, the general partner, is collecting his fees. At the same time, he's destroying the company and or cutting out assets and making them more profitable, as they call it. Oh, they're going to become nimble and profitable, and it's going to be in your favor if you're a potential shareholder moving forward. But chances are you've been in the stock forever, and you know what? I got my value out here. I got to leave. But that's everyone on the founding of these companies. So when you see a company and it goes public for the first time, be scared. Understand who it is and what it is. If it's going public for the first time with private equity, run and be aware of what it is. But if it's like Meta, Facebook went public and everybody knew 10 years from now it's going to be amazing because it's still Mark Zuckerberg. He's not trying to sell out. He's trying to grow and become a monster. I don't promote it that way. I would never buy Facebook. I had the opportunity to buy it at $27, $37 the very first day IPO, and I didn't buy it. But I could have. And I knew it was going to be what it was today, and it's 20x since then, and if not more. And so you have to think about what you want to invest into next. Listen to Leon Black and what he has to say about private equity and the way they invest.
Private equity is a long-term illiquid asset class. There's a reason why LPs are asked to lock up their money for 10 years. Basically, it involves a cycle. You plant seeds, you try to build value when you own a company, and then you look to maximize your exit.
It is that simple, guys. It is that simple, that small little phrasing. You plant seeds. What are the seeds that you plant? You plant these seeds of doubt. You plant these seeds that you're putting executives into place, CFOs into place, chairman of the board. You're planting these seeds and you're extracting the value. Yes, it takes 10 years to do it. You're maximizing value. So for general partners to commit money and not be able to get it back, the rumor on the street is what? That they're not letting the money out, that they're not returning it back to investors right now because they're all at a loss, guys. They're all leveraged on one thing. They're all leveraged against GameStop, sure. But if you've all invested money into NVIDIA, guess what happens? You don't get to sell off your position and go show those profits to your investors because if you start selling off, everybody starts selling off. Then it's a cascade. Then it's a falling knife, and you got to catch it. Someone has to. But this is a market, and this is an investment that private equity, what they do, and I hope you understand this, guys, because this is a proven track record. They sell they're losing assets and they're losing investments to other private equity firms. They just sell it right to them, and they convince them to buy it for more. And why? Because they're going to get more fees. They're going to make more profit. They just buy it from them. Boom. And then this guy is free. Now this guy gets to sell it to the next private equity firm when it's run its muck and it's run its turn, and it needs to show profit for the GPs. That's what's happening. It's just a cycle, back and forth, back and forth. You want proof? I break it down for you. I show you company after company after company carving out assets. And then when it's all time and it's all said and done, you've sucked out enough equity. You do exactly what he said. You maximize profits and you vanish and you exit. Guys, they did this to AMC. They did it to you dead to your face. They overextended AMC. They allowed them to grab these things. And then they went to the public and they asked the public for money. When people are going to the public for money and they have no profits and they have all the debt in the world, they have no plan on paying it off, the executives are getting raises, all the insiders have sold all their shares, you need to be aware of what's happening. This is why we read 10Qs, we read 10Ks, and we read the 8Ks. You have to read those filings. You have to hear the announcements. You have to know what your investment's doing. Go to that Edgar system. Educate yourself on how to look up investments. Educate yourself on how to read balance sheets. But for all these guys out here just talking price action, just talking about what they feel the company might do, how could you tell me what the company's going to do if you don't know the actual insiders, the actual people that control your money? I've been sitting here for 3 hours now talking about GameStop. I do this every day if I can. Nothing changes for me. I want to educate the world on what private equity has done, what they continue to do, and how they do it. You want to have those conversations? Martin Scarelli, bring your private equity ass in here. You want to have those conversations? Come on down, Tony De Niro. Come on in, James Janney. Come on over, you Plain Bagel. I don't care who you guys are. On YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, come catch this smoke. The Meltdown, your channel, your whole Reddit channel should be focused on private equity and how they're destroying America from within and what they do to every said investment and how they're not winning at GameStop. That Meltdown should be focused on every company that's fallen apart, from WeWork to Yellow Freight and right now Bed Bath & Beyond, MMTLP, all of them falling apart. That's what you guys should be worried about, not GameStop. You should all be invested in GameStop. You should all understand what it is. You should understand what Ryan's doing. You should understand what I'm doing. But instead, you're sitting there stroking it, watching me on mute, very excited while you lick your lips. I know what it is. Sorry, Tonko, I give away all your secrets, bro. And Tony De Niro, keep salivating. Tony De Niro comes up to me and says, "Hey, Marantz, I just really like candy." I said, "What?" "I just think of you like a big lollipop I want to lick." I said, "Sir, please keep it in your pants." He said, "But I like candy." I said, "You know what candy reminds me of? Candy reminds me of my favorite song growing up. Right here. Candy by my main squeeze, Mandy Moore. Let's go." GameStop. Can't stop.